child actor.
Yeah.
And now he's an adult. But his face...
You're not talking about Gary Coleman, are you?
No.
Because he's not in anything.
He was in like AI.
Oh,
maybe the kid from Sixth Sense. I don't know.
Yeah.
Haley Joel
Osment.
Osment. His face is the same size, but his head got big.
Yes.
Did he really grow up in that sense?
I mean,
I don't know.
He aged.
Well, yeah. So did the midget from Twin Peaks, but he's still the same height.
So did Vern Troyer. So did
Gary Coleman.
Peter Dinklage.
Are any humans? You lost it?
Well, no, I found
Oh, all right.
It's like how is my phone not ringing?
Welcome back to the D-pad. It seems we're live, but it does not appear
live. I don't know.
to be.
Camera's
one's-
a little giving us a lot of space over here-ish. You want to like slide more this way or anything?
Well, Lizzie's gonna go right here.
That's true.
so-
That's true. She'll be back in a second. Is it echoing again?
Oh,
Rick,
Motherfuck! I worked so hard on getting this thing
Rick tried
situated.
so hard, man. Can you just not hear the second?
Oh no, I know what the problem is.
Echo?
Hang on.
Once again, this chair is
Forgot it.
impossible to get comfortable.
Is it
in.
this right there? No, that's. Oh wait, hang on. I'm sorry, guys.
The wannabe handyman in me wants to find a way to make that chair awesome.
I spent the last half hour getting this correct.
He really did, which is why it's
I
hilarious.
actually spent the half hour trying to get it.
No, I did get it correct. That's the thing, and then it reset itself.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you had the headphones in, so you know
Yeah.
it was working.
Shit.
He's playing it back.
Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to like think through.
Is the webcam getting audio?
The webcam is not currently getting audio.
It was good for 1 second.
But it's back to bad, huh?
It seems like it. Yeah. Can I mute this? Does that fix it? I don't even know right now. God
That
damn
would
it!
not fix it.
Right there. When I said right there. What? Wait a minute. But I didn't even do anything.
Yeah, that doesn't make.
How's this? How's this?
I don't think that's going to be different.
It's
I don't know. We're gonna give it a say. Oh yeah, that worked.
Really? All you
Hey.
did was turn down the volume on the TV, which we are not hearing.
I think that it's passing the computer audio in, and I think it's doing it twice.
Okay.
Well,
Good to know. Let's remember that, because
There we
that
go.
doesn't seem like it should make sense, but I guess it does. Welcome back to the D-pad, where
Hi.
we made the audio good and are pretty close to on time.
for us, we're like a half hour early.
I'm not even.
Yeah.
Like, if you scale
pretty close,
things-
nothing. 60 seconds is a totally acceptable. Frankly, it was a matter of like, do we start before
Remember-
it, and then does it just like kind of cut in? I specifically waited like an extra minute or two to make sure that it didn't just like, oh yeah, here we go, and like just cut it on like the middle of a conversation. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I guess that's fine. I
No.
just, remember your computer is 2 minutes slower than everyone else.
Or your phone is just 2 minutes faster. than
All
everyone
of
else.
our phones
All of
are
our
2
phones
minutes
are 2 minutes
faster.
fast. Like, I'm sorry.
The universe is 2 minutes
man.
faster than your computer.
Look, this computer gets its time from time.gov. All right.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Because I feel like
Well,
it didn't.
Every
update.
Windows computer gets its time from the same place.
Huh. I
Okay.
kind of want to go turn my computer on and see what the
Yeah,
time.
because I feel like that's weird. So our iPhones, which are all, I mean,
I don't-
cell phones are always perfect.
have an iPhone.
Time usually. Yeah, exactly. You have,
I have an
that-
Android.
Actually, you proved the point, right? Because you have an Android.
922.
922.
I mean, mine says it too, but we have 3 Apple phones, so...
No, he
we
doesn't.
don't. I have
Oh,
an Android.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't tell
Unless
ya.
you change the time source, like I did. Why would one do that? Mega Man Trigger. What benefit is there to that?
To fuck with people.
Controlling time.
Just to let yourself be like 5 minutes late, because I always do that. Like my car clock is like
No,
8 minutes late,
set,
so
you set your clock
it's a mental
to be
trick.
further ahead, so you will be early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what my car is.
Nice. Cool.
It's just a device to make me feel like I'm early.
So how are all 3 of you doing in the
Yeah.
chat right now?
Yeah.
I know we finally got here on time.
I didn't even.
and
I was just
nobody's
about to
here.
say, Frozen Foxy, that this is
You got a
the
new
first
house?
time I think I've seen you in here.
You got
ever,
promoted,
or at least in a while.
and a new house. Foxy.
Congratulations! on
You also
promotion.
still are a relatively successful YouTuber, so you are just 1, 2, 3 crushing it.
There we go. Does that
That's the
was
trifecta.
that us doing a promotion for Frozen Foxy?
I guess it was.
So that's
so
2
Outsprit,
promotions.
Mega
There it
Man
is.
Trigger. Now you guys know to go check out Frozen Foxy.
You should though.
Someday we'll do a promotion for you, and we have more than 3s of people.
Hey, we
Today
currently
it's
have
literally
more than,
3s of
we
people.
currently have more than 1,000 threes of people. We actually just
Yeah.
passed 3,200 subscribers, I think, last week.
Well, that's actually
32?
quite fast.
Damn.
Yep.
Wow, it's even faster than we expected.
Hey, to the extra
You're-
200 subscribers since the last time I noticed the number of subscribers
Yay!
that we had.
Yeah.
What's up to you who will see this video after it has already been live and is posted later?
Alex Pritt, I want to hear your thoughts on Splatoon 2 because we have yet to boot it. We want to play it, but we
Yeah.
haven't yet. 'Cause
Hey,
we're
everyone,
tired.
I want to hear your thoughts because that would be cool.
Yeah.
It'd be. Would it
Just
really
like
though? I feel
swimming
like that
in
would.
time.
That'd be
I mean-
really horrifying if you got the wrong thoughts.
It'd be interesting for some period of time. Anyway.
It would definitely be interesting. That's true. That's true.
Foxy, we'd love that.
First Foxy, every time I open up Steam, it gives me the notification of the message and the game key that you sent like maybe a year and a half ago. And I leave it like that specifically so that I don't forget about it, so that we can have some kind of a thing when our schedule isn't like super awful.
I mean, honestly, pick a time, Foxy, and we'll make it work. For you, anything.
Where's Foxy from? Is he already at all?
The Tundra.
Oh. Well, that does make sense. If you're
Where are you
comfortable
from?
talking about
Frozen.
if you're
Foxy.
comfortable
Desert
talking
in the
about where you're
world.
from, I'm sure you've
That's
said
true,
it at some
it is a
point, and
desert.
I forget because I'm bad at geology.
Geology
Yeah.
and also geography.
You're not good at studying
and
stones.
also etymology.
I'm pretty bad at a lot of things.
Yeah.
So.
I do still have that. Yes, I have been hanging on to it because I wanted to do something with it, and just there was always a new thing. So
Colorado
Colorado's
sounds
sort of
actually like
a-
a cool place.
I
Let's go
want to go to Colorado,
Yeah.
actually. I'm either going to move to L.A. or Colorado. Same
Those are
thing.
very similar.
very much the
places.
same in every way. I can't think of a single difference between them really.
Oxford, I'm glad to hear it's good. Did you guys know that if someone gives you a gift on Steam and you don't claim it right away, it disappears? It,
it's
like,
not
actually
gone forever,
revokes
it
the
goes
gift.
back to the
I think it does.
person
It
who
sent
sent
both of us. Yeah, Rennie bought me Tabletop Simulator because of our like D&D team, but we never ended up using it right away.
Isn't-
So I didn't claim the gift.
Isn't-
And then he got a notice that like John Silly didn't receive your gift. So
Isn't
like
a
it's gone.
tabletop simulator just a tabletop game?
I don't know, but
It,
I didn't
like-
because I didn't boot
Oh,
it. I just told you.
I think I heard about this. Like, it's
Yeah.
like whatever amount of money to buy Tabletop Simulator, and then you can play like all of these tabletop, like any board game.
Click in the audio now. Anytime. We don't currently have the metronome going. That's weird.
No, it's not the metronome. Is it still happening, Mega Man Trigger? And is it happening for you guys as well?
Is it possible?
Interesting.
Ben, because you're currently holding on to the mic stand. I don't know if that's doing anything. If it's like tapping on the.
You know what?
I don't
Let
know.
us
Let's take
know
more
if
of a
the crackling
Damn it.
is.
Hands off.
Oh,
no touching.
actually,
no touching.
we
No
have.
touching. No touching.
I apologize if this makes a big noise. I've been meaning to replace our cables because I think one of them may be faulty, but I haven't had a chance to give it
Oh
a check.
shit!
'Cause every now and then
we
there'll be like
definitely
a
have more
click
cables
and a-
here.
Yes, but it'll be hard to do that. In the
If
middle
you guys
of the
get a
stream.
sense of whose microphone is causing the crackling, let us know so we can swap out that cable at some point.
Sounds like a loose cable, yeah.
Okay. So
I might get up and take a look at it in a sec.
But none of the three of us have noticeably worse audio, right? So there's some crackling, but you can't tell like, oh, Ben's audio is really
Yeah.
distorted or
Whenever
Is
something.
it like a
Ben
constant
talks,
thing, or is it every
my
once in a
ears
while? 'Cause if
bleed.
it's constant, then I'll get up and these guys can chill
Yeah.
while I fix it.
Yeah,
Um,
we're getting it, but man, we always seem to. But the episodes haven't had super.
Not a lot. There was recently one issue with it on Lindsay's mic, so maybe it's like that one that's sitting right there.
That could just be Lindsay, though.
It could also just be Lindsay.
It always happens when you talk, meaning all three of us.
Please
Maybe
be
it's
more
whatever.
specific.
Oh, it's
Oh.
probably whatever's coming from the
One
interface. Yeah. So we have a crazy setup, right?
Say,
so,
you guys can feel free to keep
so we
talking. I
have
have a mic over here
we
too.
basically have like a music recording audio interface that gets all of our mic
All of
inputs. So we have at least 4 or 5 of those, and then from that to get this working on the YouTube live stream, we have like a basically headphone out into Rick's computer. So we're summing all these like XLRs into this interface, and then from that via a headphone cable into the computer. So there's a lot of room for error. There's a lot of places in that signal chain that could go wrong. And
Hopefully.
I think it's that 1/8"
It probably is. That's actually the same thing that gives us
Cable.
game crackle when we do
On
3DS
3DS.
games.
Oh, exactly.
That's got to be it then.
Yeah. So hopefully it's not too unbearable. We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
There we go. Coach can hang out right there while...
Go just chilling. She likes the couch today.
So Mega Man Trigger, what have you been playing? We talked to Foxy a bit. We talked to Alksprit a bit. But what are you playing?
We're going to sit and wait.
We'll wait.
Did you get some out of there? If they're not redeemed with a certain period, they can be regifted, of course. Okay, so...
Oh, that's cool. So it's not like he lost.
So it just goes back to sender.
It's not like it just disappeared forever. You gonna?
I just said, "Oh, sorry about that. Can I get it back?" And he just replied with a shrug emoji, which is about right for Rennie.
Nice.
Cool.
I don't know, LOL.
So, this is weird because it only happened after a little bit. Yeah.
I'll
hopefully it
So
passes.
I'm going to start talking about a specific Pokemon thing that I shouldn't talk about.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
We've got several weeks of Pokemon recorded ahead at this point. So
I don't know how we got so
spoilers.
ahead. I think it's because it actually started getting good. So I was like, "Let's play more. Let's play more."
Well, we did an extra recording night of it like a week ago.
Yeah. Well, you've just been. I feel like you've been around a little bit more often.
That's true,
so
too,
it's like,
yeah.
Let's just do Pokemon because we're here. You know.
And I'm like, that's the only thing that I absolutely
Rob
cannot
Shovel and I
miss.
played
Yeah.
Shadows. Majora's
What
Mask 3D. What are your thoughts on
the-
Majora's Mask 3D? Because we've gotten some heat for our thoughts on it, so I'm curious.
No, I got heat.
More eyes, eyes on everything. Fucking put an eye on it. Also, what is Momodora? Is that like a
No.
Japanese Dora the Explorer?
That's Momodora. That's the
Mom
mother
of Dora
the mother
the
of Dora.
Explorer.
Yeah.
Oh, my Spanish is rusty.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The 10 worst Zelda games. Yeah, the atmosphere and story are like our favorite things about it. We love that. It's the actual
Not me.
gameplay and
I hate that
progression in
game.
the game that's the bigger problem, really.
Yeah, it's still my favorite in terms of atmosphere and story and art design. I want to make that extremely clear. I love Majora's Mask even now.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
so-
definitely a
It's
really
cool seeing how people react when they're about to die. Is that in relation to Majora's Mask? Or
I assume that Alexpert is talking about, as the third day as the
Yeah.
final day approaches, and everyone's starting to panic and how
that
they're
makes
dealing
more
with it.
sense
And,
to me.
yeah.
That makes more sense.
Oh God, why are my ice hours scripted? I don't even remember that. I remember hating Georg or whatever the fuck.
Georg!
In the first
Yeah.
one.
I don't remember
I
the
hated
Ice
a
Arrow
lot more
thing,
in the
but
second
yeah,
one.
some of those are really bad.
Do I need to?
Yeah, if you can.
Yeah, give me
If
one
you have the
second here,
link.
guys.
We
Yes,
have some
I do.
people texting us being like, "How do I live stream?" And so I'm like, "I don't know, but Rick does." Rick, talk to the guy.
I am the guy.
Also, it's really confusing because the chat room is right there, the video feed is right there, and the camera is right there, and Ben's right there. So I'm always looking at the wrong place.
Actively.
Yeah. So
Except on sparkly water bits. Oh yeah, that's
weird.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
remember that now. Yeah, I think we actually complained really loudly about
Yeah,
that.
that's why that game is garbage.
Because it used to be that in the original, if I remember correctly, in the N64 one, you could just shoot at any body of water and it would create a little ice cube that you could walk around on. And in this one, it was like, nope, there's a little teeny, it almost looks like a little sparkle fountain.
sparkles are just putting eyes on the water. It's the same thing. They're just putting eyes on
it's the
shit.
exact same thing.
What about you, Foxy? What are you playing lately? We haven't. I haven't checked out your channel in a bit, so I'd love to see what you're up to.
Must use Naked Link, the first switch in Stone Tower. I'm trying to remember. Oh, is that one we have to like hop across a water thing?
Yeah, well
So
said.
was this how do I stream or how do I access the stream?
Yeah, it was meant to be how do I access
Okay.
the stream, but Frozen Foxy still gives sage advice.
Yeah.
So.
That is true. Yeah.
OBS camera.
But granted,
mic,
we're
go.
using
It is.
XSplit,
It's
not OBS.
super easy
but
to stream now.
It is. Yeah, they've done a good job. I really do want to get an Elgato capture card though.
Nice. Oh, Civ 6. Everyone's playing. I feel like everyone is always playing Civ. Like, there's never a point where there's downtime for it.
I have
At
Civ.
least
I feel like
since
Minecraft
Civ
is
4.
that.
I bought Civ
Minecraft is definitely
5, I think, and I
Yeah.
never played it.
Oh, no.
Because I feel like if I start playing it,
We'll
that'll
never see
just
you
be
again.
that'll be my life. That's it.
Speaking of that, I played Diablo 3 for the first time
Oh,
this
man.
week.
How'd that go?
Oh,
That's a game that
it
can
was
be
good.
a real time.
Rennie and I stayed up until like, I don't know, 4 a.m. playing a shit ton of Diablo.
Playing Diablo, talking about boys, painting each other's nails.
It was great.
The
Yeah.
best part is the
Hey,
game
don't
doesn't
make
even
fun of me. I love him.
Yeah, I know.
The best part is the game doesn't even start until your max level.
I guess I gotta go
God.
back.
Yeah.
Rennie, what are you doing?
Oh, Jesus.
I also think that I may want to stream Minecraft for the Switch at some point.
Wow.
My computer still can't stream as is, so I need to like get that extra card to set it up.
I will admit,
Your computer
there was a
can't
while
stream?
back.
Like at all?
Straight up Mac. I don't have a camera.
I'm trying to remember.
Or,
I'm trying to remember. There was a team of YouTubers. It wasn't Funhouse. I don't think it was Rooster Teeth either, but it was a
It was
team of
Sad
YouTubers that were doing a Minecraft like challenge where they split the team in two and they had to like basically win Minecraft against the other team. Like they would build castles or whatever, and then they would have to try to take over each other's castles and shit. And the only reason I knew about it was because there was a video where someone inadvertently created a black hole and it consumed like almost
How
the
is
entire
dust?
island. So both castles were just like devastated, and they were like, okay. The next video was them like drawing up a treaty about like, we will no longer be using weapons of mass destruction on this server under any
I'm
circumstances.
pretty sure that was Rooster Teeth.
Was it Rooster Teeth? I thought it was somebody else.
Or Achievement Hunters? Is that part of the same thing?
It was
I don't know.
Yogscast.
My thinking for streaming Minecraft is that I'm basically like a person who was raised in the African savannah who is suddenly dropped into society, right? Like I have no
Isn't that the exact opposite
understanding.
of-
Well, like I just mean that Minecraft is like the biggest thing on the internet,
Yeah.
and I know.
Oh, you mean you
I
personally
know, I
feel-
know
okay, got it,
nothing
got it.
about it. Like literally nothing. Like I'm gonna have to go through the tutorial. I don't know
Admittedly,
anything.
part of the reason I never really got into Minecraft, Terraria, is Kerbal Space Project like that too, with like all the craft. But like,
It's sandboxy, but
Ben,
don't
we
mind
just
that-
made the exact same gesture at the exact same time.
I don't mind the sandboxy nature of it. I mind the crafting nature of it. And it's not that I find crafting bad. I find that there are too many games where crafting is just total guesswork or memorization / having a sheet in front of you. And if you don't just have the optimal shit figured out ahead of time, then it's like people are getting angry about it, or you're just burning resources and wasting time, especially because in a sort of loose technical sense, at least in Terraria, I think the resources are kind of limited. Not very limited, but like there is technically an edge to
Terraria,
the...
Terraria
yeah.
looked interesting. Whenever you
Terraria
say
is
crafting,
much more of
Yeah.
Terraria is much more of like an RPG. Like
I mean, yes, but it's
there's
also...
bosses and there's like armor and weapons.
Yes,
and
but
it-
it's
it
also a
flows more like
crafting...
an RPG.
It's also...
Does it have a
pretty-
tutorial? That's a good
pretty
question.
centered
I
on
don't know.
crafting. I don't... Minecraft, I don't
It
know.
sort of has a tutorial. It has tutorial elements.
I was thinking of Starbound, I think, not Kerbal Space Program.
anyway, whenever you say the word crafting,
Yes.
I think back to one of the like 2 online dates I've ever been on, and I think back to this awful date I had where her description, her like write up was basically like, I love hanging out and relaxing and whatever, and like I grow my own food, and my ideal Saturday is spending a crafternoon together where we both work on different projects. And like I actually thought that was kind of cute.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, she was awful. But
Oh,
that's
cool.
whenever you say crafting in a game, I think of crafternoon, and then
Was
I'm
she
like,
awful at crafting, or was she awful at being a person?
she was awful at looking like the pictures she sent
Oh.
and being a good person.
Yeah, oh,
She was
both of those are
immediately like crass and negative and loud and mean, and I was like, oh, this is not what I bargained for. And also, you're a very good photographer, and not anyway. So this is this was nearly 10 years ago now. My God,
Jeez.
God, I'm old.
I do like craft stuff though. Like,
Yeah, I love crafting.
like
I love
spending a
that.
Mac and
Saturday
cheese,
like
delicious.
drawing or
Yeah,
something like
drawing
that.
or like cooking or like prepping or
Yeah,
gardening
that's
or playing bass or
You!
making stuff.
Oh, it's not on the screen yet. It'll be there in a second. Ready? Ready? Here it comes.
Damnster.
It was way further.
Yeah, you want to just stick around? My crotch is right here, buddy. It's,
Damn it! It's literally like
you got-
Your leg is in
Wow.
the spot.
wow, you guys like give me shit for Rennie, and then both of you touch my crotch on
Wait,
the
hang
live
on.
internet.
I can.
I
There it
touched
is.
your
There it
peck.
is. What up, the
That's true.
champster?
You like my peck.
My hand
It's
is
like a boob.
directly above my dick
be real, it's
to
a
point
boob.
at you.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to give you credit.
Oh man,
I can flex it still, so I guess it's a peck, but it's mostly a boob.
I think I can. Yeah, I can do mine. Not great, but
Yeah. Then again, I don't know if girls can not flex their boobs, so maybe they're
they
just
can.
boobs.
Not. I mean,
Alright.
there's more fatty.
Can you guys
Tissue
see
there,
Goji
so it's-
on the just the
She's
top
right here.
of the Goji? Can you
Yeah.
guys see Goji? She's there.
right there.
She's been weirdly affectionate today, and I love it.
Yeah.
I haven't been hanging out with her enough, and so she was probably on me for 5 hours last night.
She was
Wow,
all
that's
over
gross.
Not in like a weird way.
So gross. We got a guy.
Yeah, exactly, Foxy.
The super. Oh yeah, it's. So I never really gave online dating.
Well, here's
a
the
shot.
thing. Does it look better if I do this? Everyone ready?
That looks horrible.
What do you?
looks good, right?
I don't know what you're.
Can't see my double chins.
Oh, yeah.
You look
That's one of the big tricks is you do the up angle.
It looks skinnier that way.
Lean way forward. So
Yeah.
you're stretching out everything from here to here.
Exactly, yeah.
Keep
So it
everything
makes my
tight.
it makes my triple chins go away. DeChampster, please text me that because I would fucking die. I'd be the proudest daddy of all time.
I never,
No, I think it already happened.
I never really gave online dating.
Goji is in the comic.
Is that cat just Goji? I know you have a cat in the comic, but
The cat is-
Alpar's
I
here.
don't think it's the main cat. I think it's a cat that's in there. Elpar, what up?
Alpar.
I was gonna say I never gave online dating a real shot. Like I
Yeah.
messed with it a little bit in college, but I never actually went on any dates with people that were on there.
Yeah.
But I was instantly way more interested in anyone whose profile, like whose pictures were like me hanging out
Normal.
with my friends.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going fishing.
Yeah.
Hey, we went hiking. Check out this awesome view. Like just like hanging out, fun stuff. As opposed to like here, let me do my 18 awesome
Right.
selfies, and it's like
Here's me in this position, but sad. Here's me in
Yeah.
this position, but happy.
Here's me in this position in a
but
blue room.
Indifferent.
Here's
Yeah.
me with a green color on me. And it's like I don't fucking care. I want to know like what you're into, what stuff makes you happy, and
Right.
what are your friends like? Is everyone like a
So you added Goji, but it's not the same as Simon. Good. Okay, great. I'm sorry it sounds a little crinkly. We don't exactly have a way to fix that right now.
Yeah, because of
Hopefully
course
it's still bearable.
we took. It bothers me a lot because I did take a
He did.
considerable
He
amount of
really
time
tried
prepping
really
this one.
hard. You want to just jiggle it?
And
I
now it
did already.
Yeah,
It
probably
didn't
just
seem to
burn
do
the whole
anything.
thing down.
Let's
at
run
this
it
point,
through the
actually.
3DS
Really need-
and then back into what we're doing.
Hang on.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing.
We're about to. We have a visitor.
Ugh.
We have another. She's stuck, or he's stuck. Who knows? No one knows
You
yet.
did not make a smooth entrance, Linda Wendy.
I am going to.
Good work.
I'm gonna hear this for myself while we're doing this here.
Linda
Well, this
Wendy
one, she's
is
way-
here.
oh, there's a
yeah,
hand.
that's her hands.
Yeah, it's the 3DS
Wearing the
capture
same shirt she wore
sound here.
yesterday.
Give me one.
Stealing
second.
Goji, who's been in a good mood all day, so be careful. Live stuff always has problems for everyone. Do you smell like Axe body spray? Am I weird? Am I wrong?
Oh, I thought you were shaking your ass into the camera. I forgot that the TV and the camera are not in the same spot. I
no,
was like,
just,
okay.
just into us.
You guys.
Am I crazy? Do you smell like some kind of...
I 100%
Wow.
do. Oh, great.
What do you smell like?
Yeah, lean in or something. We have yet to see her face yet. I think.
Right here.
You need
There's
a-
the camera.
You need a microphone.
Linda Wendy. Here, you can share mine.
All right. So, okay, thanks. Okay. So,
I get this all the way over here.
I'm out. I'm doing trivia.
Why the fuck do you smell like an axe?
I'm getting there.
What?
So,
Like
Oh
ants.
wow, that's a really loud crinkly thing. I am gonna try to fix that right now. Sorry guys.
crinkly.
That's a really loud crinkly thing right here. Yeah.
What's that?
What's happening? I don't know. So anyway, I'm out at trivia.
Just continue.
I'm out at trivia, and I'm like, oh, cab home. You know, get to do this thing right here.
I think she meant cab, not crab.
Yeah.
Continue.
No, I got a crab home. That's why I smell like Axe body spray.
Well, that all just makes sense.
No, but so okay. So my Uber drivers. Hi, to Champster.
I think I fixed it. Yeah, I just fixed it. I think so. I think what was just happening. Let me take this out of my ears so I'm not hearing myself. It's like the worst speech jammer ever. I think what was happening was there was a notification on the Mac that was capturing the audio, and it was recording at the same time because before I just used that to keep it from like going into sleep mode or whatever. But now it's fine. So I think we're good. Give me one more minute and I'll be back. I'm super sorry. I didn't realize how bad that was until I just listened to it. You guys are saints for putting up
Rick's
with that.
answer is basically shrug emoji. Anyway, thank you guys. Here's Wendy.
Yeah, this is my lovely story. Thank you. Thank you. Stop.
Well, you do smell.
I know, I smell. So I get in the car and I'm like, whoo boy, he uses some perfume or something. We get in the car, driving home, very nice man. And then
too nice.
the GPS says, there are road closures ahead, redirecting to Washington Street. And I'm like, fantastic, I know that road, that sounds fine. And it redirects. Will you hold on?
So you nearly starved to death and had to eat Axe body spray just to subsist. Is that it?
So we keep going, and then it redirects again, and I'm like, we're going the wrong direction. And then he's like, well, do you know where to go? And I'm like, hold on, let me get on my phone, and my phone dies. So we're like, fuck. So he plugs my phone in.
So you
and we
didn't know
keep
where to
going,
go.
and then we're like going, and I'm like, are we going toward Wellesley? And he's like, yeah, I think we're going toward Wells. I'm like, why the hell are we going exactly? So we're sitting there, and what should be a 15-minute ride is turning into like a 40-minute ride. So we're both sitting here like, what the fuck do we do? And I smell like Axe body spray because I was in a car that smelled like Axe body spray for
Baxody
40
spray.
minutes. Anyway, he was actually great, and we talked about TV. Well, we were both sitting there going, what the fuck? What the fuck is happening? I don't
know what's happening.
What?
Well, I'm glad you survived.
His name was Lawrence.
His name was Lawrence.
Yeah.
His name was Lawrence.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Axe body spray is real smelly, and it's her
smell
now.
like Axe body spray. And I genuinely
Oh,
know I
interesting
do.
choice, Rick. Is there a story there?
Is my mic first?
True.
It
True.
was. I stole it.
This is all caught. Hang on a second. I made a nice superfluous purchase a couple weeks ago because I like Spider-Man Homecoming.
I
that
don't
much.
understand. What's the purchase?
He also has socks.
I do also have socks.
I have
Oh.
socks too. They just don't have Spider-Man on
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I,
would you like to smell? Here.
No, please. Ugh. Seriously, like I'm one of those people who's like ultra sensitive to scented
farts.
How do you
fragrant
think-
things.
I literally felt like I was gonna vomit for a good. 10
I don't blame
minutes.
you. That's
Yeah.
fucking awful. Like
And now I still smell like it.
I make my lady friends buy unscented deodorant because it like actually makes me nauseous. I only wear the like super hippie level deodorant. I'm like my mom would take me into
That's
the
why he
Hallmark
smells like
store and the
BO.
potpourri would make me throw up. I smell awesome. What are you talking about? I don't. Anyway, welcome back to the D-Pad Patreon
Buy
live
gin.
chat.
Buy gin.
You could do that, or you could do a nice cider, or a wine, or a tequila.
Yeah. Any of those is probably fine. Well, Marvel didn't change anything. Sony was changing that. Marvel finally went, "Yo, give us writing abilities for this, and we'll make you make money."
Did you guys like the new Spider-Man? Did anyone see it besides Rick?
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my god, really? God,
Goji,
you guys
Lindsay,
really
and
should.
Ben.
I will go
I-
see it with you guys, honestly.
Is there a way you can squeeze me in there to Champster? I've been feeling jealous lately. Okay, BRB. Bye. Love you.
Make him the chef.
Mike is like,
Ooh, I'm coming up in this chapter. Yay.
Wait.
trying to figure out a way I can do this. There we go.
Oh, Ben. Hey,
Yeah.
you did.
Hi, Lindsay.
She walks in, coming in, smelling of another man. Oh, Ben!
Hey,
Yeah.
it's Retro Trigger. I didn't see
Go
if you've already been in
straight
here
for
yet.
Goji.
Super loving that,
Of course,
right?
I always go straight for Goji.
Oh.
I've got a
Yeah.
pet her.
Hey, there's always a chance that Deadpool could just spontaneously cross over on their own. Also, Deadpool's with Fox, not Sony, so that would have still been a problem anyway. And Fox are being kind of
Baby Driver is
giganto
also amazing.
douchebags as far as
So-
they are literally just not even talking to Marvel at all.
So, Rick, Megan's brother Chris sent
Yes.
her a text today and was like, was trolling through YouTube and saw the D-Pad uploaded a review of Baby Driver.
Oh yeah,
I almost watched it, and then I saw that it was 45 fucking minutes.
Oh my
It's
god.
too long.
you can skip forward.
Or
Well, the response
just-
was he didn't watch it, I believe.
Yeah. I
right.
don't know if you watched it.
Hey, there's no shortage of 5-minute reviews of that movie.
I'm going to do
Hey.
a
that
2.5
barely get into
hour
anything
review of an 88
all over
minute
YouTube.
movie.
Hey,
I think the goal should be the review
Look, hey guys,
should be
Rick
as
can
long as the
do
movie, so you
movies,
can
Rick
talk
can do
about
reviews.
it.
I would have a
Yeah.
difficult time. The Crackle's back. Are you seriously? Are you
Crackle
seriously?
is
his backle.
Oh my god.
Nice trick.
Let me see if I can fix that. I think it's because you've got like 80,000 trillion notifications that pop up on that thing. So if it's taking the
Nobody
focus
knows
away
what
from
to do with it.
Logic
Okay,
Pro.
I mean, I haven't touched that computer in basically a year, so I can try and like fix that.
Wipe it.
My main
Like a
computer has become just the D-pad computer. So like, I don't even have a computer anymore. I just use my work computer, and my main computer is the D-pad computer.
Restart is required.
Huzzah!
So that's neat.
Are you seriously?
There's also been a Chrome tab that says order submitted from probably Foodler, probably for like a year now.
No. That one's not because I ordered.
Why don't we just?
Remember when my
I
cousins
just
came
did.
over and we all
Oh,
hung
okay.
out? I think it's from that.
Yeah,
night.
like a year ago.
No,
It
that
was
was
like-
like 2 months ago.
No.
Maybe 3 months ago.
No.
Maybe 4 months.
What was the occasion? Do you remember?
It was when he was moving out.
3 months ago.
Yeah,
Was it? I thought it was further
It was
back
like
than
the
that.
week
No, it was
before I
that-
did that. So it was like 2 or 3 months ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, fair.
That
And
was
also,
like-
moving out is a loose term. I've been here for like 20,
I thought that was
20
the
days now.
winter. I thought that was more like
Yeah, you're still here half the
February-ish.
week.
Yeah, that's great.
Anybody want
me.
ice cream? Because I want ice
Sure.
Sorry.
Go get
I
some
don't
ice cream.
have ice cream. I'm not doing
Well,
that.
tough.
I was just in the car. I really do smell like Axe body spray.
You really do. And
Like every single time I move, I get a whiff of it, and I'm like, oh.
I swear to God, you walked into like that room, and I was like, "What is that
Yeah.
smell?"
That's legit.
Like
That's legit.
Like I am, I thought I was like
Look,
sensitive,
Lawrence
but you
was
felt
wonderful.
it too,
He
so.
gave me some
Well, I didn't
TV
feel it. I smelled it.
recommendations.
Yeah.
But
Uber drivers are
don't
like
you?
that. Do you
Ice
guys-
cream's delicious.
Is the crackling sound gone again? I
Where
just
do
wanna
you
be-
guys live, and do you take a lot of Ubers? Because I have taken quite a few Ubers in my day, and they usually just like, instead of cleaning the car, they just spray a bunch of shitty scented bullshit in
I
there,
actually
and it's
don't
awful.
usually experience that.
I have
just
experienced
happens
that.
To experience
I would
it
say
tonight.
maybe 25% of the time.
It has
It
not
has
been
not
fixed.
been fixed yet.
Getting there. Keep talking.
Crackles hanging around.
Crackles. This is fun. This is like a really boring detective story.
I know.
Yeah.
I like it.
This is Twin
Who
Peaks
is
with
the
the humming
crackle?
noise.
Oh, I was trying to sing the Twin Peaks theme song, but there's too many songs in my head right now, so I can't.
That's
Good
my favorite
story, tell it
lyrics.
again.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hey, so
Yeah, I feel like
no.
It is now. Nope, it's back again. So something you did improved, and then it's.
I
don't
think it's
know.
literally because I'm taking the focus away from Logic Pro, so I'm closing out all of the other programs that are currently on. It'll
Cool,
take me just a
do it.
minute, but I should be good.
Cool. All right,
I
that's
love
gonna
it.
work. I'm sorry it's so sensitive. It didn't used to be like that.
Don't be so sensitive, computer. You have to be tougher.
It's probably sensitive because I'm its owner and have neglected it for a year.
Yeah.
It's been abused
You're
by
a
the
neglectful
D-pad
person.
constantly.
Only to certain things and places and people. Most things and places.
There
and
we go.
people.
There it is.
Yeah.
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 So, does anybody want to know anything? Question time.
What?
We'll answer.
Window looks like one of the protagonists from Hunter x Hunter.
I've never.
The
I don't
edgy
know what that
blonde
is.
one? You mean your hair looks kind of reddish in this light, and mine looks kind of dull in this light.
It does. Yes, finally. Fuck you, John.
No! My power! Fuck off, Lindsay. I love how everyone calls you a different name.
I'm very pleased.
I like
with
Wendigo.
this, everything.
Someone was calling you Wendigo. That was great.
Oh, yeah.
Wendigo. I thought of that last night in the bathroom when you guys were talking.
That's.
Did you?
Don't think about me in the bathroom.
No. Oh God.
Oh my god.
In my defense, I'm in the bathroom like 12 hours a day. So if I didn't think of you, and
Uh,
then, you know, like,
Chances are, if you think of anything, it's probably
in the
bathroom.
bathroom, like 50-50 shot. And I'm sleeping part of that other time.
Yeah.
So I spend a lot of the night sleeping in the bathroom. Anyway, Ben, what are you playing lately?
I just started playing Diablo 3 for season 11, sorta, kinda.
Kind of.
And I've been playing Dead Cells. I've been playing Hollow Knight. I've been playing a little bit of, I think it's Ori, Ori and the Blind Forest.
How we doing on sound, by
I
the
haven't
way?
been playing a
have
ton,
you
but those
thought of
games are
installing a
cool
mic
looking.
in the background.
Yeah, it's true.
In
If
the bathroom.
He means in the bathroom. So if you put a
Oh.
mic in the bathroom, I wouldn't have to scream from the
Oh,
bathroom,
and then
which
you
I
get to
do
hear
all the time.
really fun
It
noises
would
that are
actually
in
be
there.
kind
Most of the time they're good.
It would actually like this isn't something that'd be really good for like this apartment because it's so like it's not that it's small necessarily, but like everything's fairly condensed down. But if we ever had like a studio
Kickstarter.
style thing, it'd be awesome to have whatever screen we have hooked up to be able to like do a quick little
In the ba- yeah.
in the net, like have it on the local network so anyone can just kind of jump on. So if it's like, oh, I gotta go,
I know what you're
walk
saying.
down the street real quick, but if I can hook into the network and just kind of keep an eye on it while I'm out,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
No, that would be cool.
I
Foxy,
spaced
I
out
saw
for all
the
of
trailer
that.
for
I'm super excited
Disaster
about it.
Artist, and the
Yeah.
trailer looks fun.
I
It
think
looks
it makes
awesome.
the movie look
I think
fun.
it's going to be
We talked about this.
Great.
We talked about this in a video that hasn't gone up yet, but I'm glad that it's happening, and I think that needs to be the end of everyone's
what is
obsession
disa-
with the room.
Who just heard Disaster Artist?
Tommy
Disaster
Wiseau.
Artist is
Oh.
the name of the movie that documents the making of the movie
Anyway,
The
what's a
Room
Wendigo?
by Tommy Wiseau.
Wendigo
A Wendigo
is
is
a
a
Native
Native American.
American-
Wow. Wow. Ben and I, while looking the same and having the same mannerisms, told the same story.
Anyway, I
Only one
remember
of us can continue to live, John.
I
Sorry.
remember
It's like when you wear the same dress to a
because-
party, like one of us has to change. Like, I'm sorry, we have the same identity.
Go
One
ahead,
of us has to.
go
Or
ahead,
you
because
just-
all I know
or you
about the
just
Wendigo
rock
is
it.
that it's a Native American monster spirit.
Oh, I remember because I do always read your comments. Anyway, I remember because of Supernatural. I'm good now.
Wikipedia is literally a Wikipedia robot. If you don't read the Champsters comics, you should. Sasha ruins everything. I think it's the champster.tumblr.com. Look it up.
Right?
Look, yeah, seriously, John Ben, just get married already.
I take you,
We're
Ben.
good on sound. No one ever actually said good or
Oh
bad.
my god, I'm about to be a notary public. Can
Whack,
I
whack,
do
whack,
something
whack,
with
whack.
that?
Why are you getting your notary
Because
degree?
she likes stamps.
I have to I
Notary
love
degree.
stamps. I love them. It's gonna say my name on it, guys.
Oh shit! Does that mean that you can? Notarize stuff for us, or is there some conflict of interest thing that goes along with
No,
that?
I'm literally getting it to notarize shit for my work. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you're a
Yay.
janitor. Can you not janet the
Oh,
things
I'm trying to
around?
think. Well, no, like the idea is a notary public is technically like a witness to certain things.
Yeah,
That's
no,
the
I
point of
know,
them. And
yeah.
I'm trying to remember what the last.
basically, like usually it's like, is this of upstanding and blah blah blah, which no,
Yeah.
we're not upstanding, but I'll pretend we are.
It is not yet good, apparently. The audio. It looks like those last few comments are about to Champster's comic.
It's not good yet. I'll tell you if
Champster's
it's
comic
good,
is really
but
good.
until then,
We'll
assume
tell
it's
you
garbage.
if it's good. Oh man, that's great. You do.
You do.
Just make a
I
comic, and if it's
literally
bad,
do.
it'll get better. Because some of my favorite webcomics start out looking like total garbage, and are great by the end of it. So.
I've done artsy stuff since like fucking forever. I've
And
been
then he
drawing
keeps
since I
saying,
was a kid.
"I'm so bad
No,
at
no,
it.
no, no. Well,
I'm the worst.
That's true. I do say that
I
because
won't
I'm
do a
very critical
webcomic
of the
because
things
then
that I
other
draw.
people will look at."
People are, oh, you're so talented. You're so well. I've just been doing it for a long. Just draw. If you want to be good at, if you want to do art stuff, just do it. Don't let your memes be dreams. Do today what you said you're gonna do yesterday.
I'm pretty sure the crockling is literally just the 3DS cable. Because
I think the cable just sucks.
So
Yeah. Oh, it's better. Yeah,
I'm listening to it right
that
now.
probably
Audio fix.
means that it's just the shitty cable. So
We gotta get a new cable.
again, I don't know what
Did
about
we get
the.
did we get a new one already?
Yeah, we have. The 3DS cable has been replaced a number of times, but it might just be that like the 3DS capture shit just like
Ruins it.
breaks it. I don't know.
Or it's just I've noticed over time that our audio, there's a name for that. It's a preamp, I think, or something like that. I've noticed that a lot of those break down fairly quickly, just in general, because that's like the 5th one we've owned.
The cable, you mean?
Not the 1/8 inch. It's the thing that it plugs into that smooths out the signal.
That thing? Yeah, I don't know what's up with that thing.
Yeah.
I've never seen one of those until you started using it for the 3DS.
So they're usually used. I've seen those used for like
Actual-
record players.
Actual
Noise
If you're gonna
cleaner,
hook up a
right?
record player to a modern stereo, you need to use a phono
What?
preamp, or else the signal is going to be complete garbage.
Interesting.
Similar
Just
idea.
Do it.
I do love that. Just do it.
No, but has anybody
like
ever
the
seen
best
actual
video.
Cannibal Shia LaBeouf?
Cannibal or
Well,
Hannibal?
he just got
Cannibal.
arrested, so
If you haven't, please look up actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf and listen to the song. And
is that the one that ends with him doing the? No, there was some video that has him where he's in the audience at the end of it or something.
It doesn't actually have Shia LaBeouf in it, I don't think.
Have you guys
wait,
seen-
Wait. No, I think they did make
He's
one.
sitting in the theater,
and he's sitting and he
and he
claps.
at the end he stands
But
up
that
and claps.
wasn't originally what it was. It's just I think he actually really liked it because
And they
he's an
remade it
actual
with that.
cannibal, and they remade
Everyone
it
should
that
be
way.
drawing, and everyone should be replacing their cables. That's the take home.
I'd show you what it looks like, but I can't right now because it's currently giving you audio.
Yeah.
It's
like
actually
a little
the first
black
one.
box with a wire.
It's
off
the
it.
first one of those we've used in a while. We used a different one exclusively with the 3DS before, and this is a new one, and it seems like it's a little bit finicky. So I might get us a new one this week
Finicky.
when I get paid. Have you guys seen Corey Feldman's Ascension Millennium?
What the fuck is that?
It is a music video he made that has him wandering around some lavish house, showing us what an average day in the life of Corey Feldman's like.
The name of it is
You-
Billy.
Do I know the name of it? I can look. I don't think it's got any branding on it.
It's an old actor.
In what?
I don't even know.
Well, that's not helpful, John.
Yeah, why is Corey Feldman famous?
He was a child actor.
He was a child actor on.
I want to say he was in Stand By Me,
Stand By
which was
Me.
like, hey, let's put
Wait,
all of our
wait,
child actors in one
excuse me,
movie.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me. You're
Yeah.
what do you mean you're actually an artist? You don't want to be self-promoting. Show me. I love looking at things.
Yeah, go for it. Nah.
Oh yeah, Alex Britt.
fucking
No,
hell.
we're
That's a
all
big
about it. We
sentence.
love that.
I love looking at things, but I love looking at
What other people have done in the past, they draw like one D-pad fan picture, and then they're like, "Here's everything else I've ever done," and
Would,
we're like, "Sweet, that's awesome."
We could open up a room specifically for self-promotional stuff on our Discord. That's like, it doesn't even have to be
Ooh.
D-pad related. Just
Like, yeah, not
show us
even-
stuff you're
or
doing.
just
Show us
like-
what you're doing. Yeah.
just like or artist friends or something, so that it's like, because not just self-promotion. I
That's
just
fine.
genuinely want to see your art.
Yeah, I like looking at
M
people's
audio
art styles.
preamps. I want to say
I want to see your.
We
art so I
had
can
one of
steal it.
those before, but I'll
Nice.
take a look. I'll take a look at that.
I do.
Actually, I'll look
at
it up
things
right
many
now.
hours every day. It's true.
You're an
And I
expert
mean-
at looking at
No,
things.
practically an expert.
Give yourself.
I
some
would love
credit.
to see
You
some
could
more
be an
D-pad
expert at
I
animatics.
could be
That
an
makes me
expert, but
so
I'm not,
happy.
You know.
The anime. Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
what do you
we've
mean
got.
by animatic there?
Well, we have the
Yeah,
we had
that's
one.
what an animatic is. I think.
we have. I think it was Alpar actually. Yeah, that had we have one animated D-pad clip. I forget what we were doing in that one, but it is in our playlist called like stuff by our fans or stuff from our
I
fans.
would love to see that. We'll watch it immediately following this video
That
broadcast.
playlist needs a better name. It doesn't. It's not very catchy.
How about Billy?
Billy is not catchy either.
I mean, it's
Lindsay
easy to
likes it.
remember.
Big Mouth Billy Bass is catchy
Oh,
because
wow, I
you can
forgot
catch
that was
him
a
with a
thing.
hook, and he's a fish.
Oh, here we go.
other
I'm
than
gonna
that,
not
though.
move my legs, so just good luck. Like,
Let's see.
oh,
This
I'm
isn't.
a real person who can move their legs.
Yeah,
I just felt like if I tried to move my legs, you would have been expecting them to be in place,
Yeah,
so
that's
it would have been a
actually fair.
thing.
I might take a look at the M Audio stuff. Some of these are not that bad, and honestly, like a lot of this stuff is under $100. A couple of them are more. Oh, we do have
Nice book
we do have
goblin.
like a sound board that we use for a lot of our stuff, but
Is that a bokoblin?
Ben drew a really good one, and I told him it was shit, and I drew one to teach him how to draw.
And I learned so
whoa.
much.
I mean, I'll be honest. Ben's
About
pretty
Lindsay,
fucking
right?
good with drawing as is.
Yeah.
If anyone hasn't been to Instagram.com/dpadfm.
Hold on, let me pull it up for you, John, so you can compare.
Oh boy.
So you drew this one? This is the Lindsay edition.
All right.
You have yours?
Well, go to the D-pad
pull it
Instagram.
up.
I'll bring it up. I'll
Yeah.
put it on the thing.
I am also doing that.
And this is the band edition.
That you can totally see. Great.
Closer.
There you go.
This is incredibly painful.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I was holding myself up on the table with one finger.
It was Ricochet Rick and Jiggle Jam
you did
Johnny.
it.
I did it.
Have we ever done Zelda Randomizer? No, but I was
that?
talking.
I'm
we were
curious
talking
about
with.
that.
I was talking with Sanchez about that when we were doing Resident Evil 7 the other night, and I would love at some point to do a randomizer. How that works is the classic one right now is A Link to the Past, but they've also done with Ocarina and a couple others. You play through the game, and every treasure chest in the game has their it's like you put them all in a pile and they're all randomized at the start of the game. So the first chest you find could be like the Titan's Mitt.
But you
Or
could back yourself
go-
into an unwinnable corner if you're unlucky.
Sort of. From the sound of it, it's been programmed in a way where you can always progress, but it might be through unconventional means. Like you might do dungeon skipping, you might do stuff like that, but you will always at least have some way forward. I really want to check that out at some point. You're gonna have to get way
Nobody can
close
see
to
that.
it to see
You're
that.
gonna have to do what I did, which is incredibly painful.
But
I won't.
I would love to try that out at some point.
Just kidding.
Oh god, yeah. But the 3D ones you might have to do bomb jumps or glitches to get through, and I'm no good at those.
You can sort of see that there's
You
a
can
guardian.
sort of
on
see
there.
You
that
can
I tried to
almost
draw a
see that
guardian.
very nearly.
Woot! 2.
Yeah.
So we've been really informal about this one. What about
Yeah.
D-pad channel
I was
updates?
just about to launch into that.
You
one.
and I, same.
Yeah. Me and you, same.
You and me, same.
Where did I put my drink? I put it over there. God
They
damn
are
it.
super cute, right?
Uh,
Little guardians, they're so cute. Oh, my God.
The
Rick, I'll
Sonic.
grab your drink in a second.
Oh, okay.
Oh, P.S. I'm gonna be chic for Halloween.
Are you really? Nice.
Yeah.
That'll be good. That'll be really good. That'll be pretty rad. Sonic. We finished Sonic
It's like
Adventure.
watching John
We finished recording Sonic Adventure. We got about a
tiptoeing
week's
across all the wire.
We got about a week's worth of episodes left on that. The
what?
ending is fucking
Sonic
hysterical.
Adventure.
So
Oh
Sonic
yeah!
Adventure,
Oh my God! The ending, like, I'm sure y'all know how much I fucking hate Sonic, right?
Yeah, but the ending is good.
but it's
compared to
exactly
the rest
because
of the game.
it's hysterical, and it's good.
Yeah.
And John's
John was
yelling
so
from the
Which
back.
makes it that much better.
So Sonic Adventure is over. We've got another game coming up after that. Sonic Mania is coming out soon, and we're playing that at launch. So
Sonic Mania.
that's gonna be fantastic. I'm excited for that.
I'm going crazy for
It's
Sonic
just
Mania.
divisive on there. Wow.
Wait,
okay.
who is a buff Zelda with short hair?
Chic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So there's also
Battle Network is literally soul wrenching. Yep.
It's guys. It's my favorite thing
and I've had to do most of those myself
because
for
I
number
just
4.
watch Rick cry internally for hours
And externally.
and I've dug myself into an irreversibly bad hole.
I kind of liked playing the Tails and Knuckles just because it's so bad.
That's
It's
fine. I like a bad game sometimes.
It has like fun moments where the game like stops knowing how to be a game.
I can't wait for Sonic 06
What do you
just
mean?
for that.
Yeah, yeah. Or you just like hit a corner and they're like,
Wow!
But then you get to the big stages and it's like,
Kill
fucking
me.
hit A kinda.
If it helps any, literally fucking everybody hates the big missions.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because it's
It's
garbage.
pointless.
It's stupid.
It's more pointless than
Why
the
is it
rest of
there?
it.
Nobody
I
knows.
get why they tried something like that. I don't get why they did exactly that, but I get why they tried to do something unconventional and different since they were like, all right, we got a speed one. We have one that's more about like taking weird paths to kind of go with shortcuts. We got a treasure hunting one. We have an escape one where you're trying to get away from something. We have one where you just blow up everything, and then you got one that's more like a mini game series. What are we?
Oh, one, Oxford, of course, I agree with you. But two, I would love for you guys to do a game with, like, a good story, which is so uncommon.
We will. I think once we're done with one or two of these big kind of things, we're gonna be moving on to stuff. That's
Listen,
Oh,
we've
so
done
good.
every Legend of Zelda game.
Yep.
Some of those have stories. Of those ones that have stories, some of them are good.
Yeah. One of the least, one of the more difficultly annoying ones to play has one of the best stories, and one of the most fun games we've played in that whole thing has one of the worst stories. So,
Which one is the most fun with the least story?
A Link Between Worlds.
What's EXE1?
That game was a blast. The story was total hot garbage because you
Yeah.
had like 12 seconds of it at the beginning,
I mean,
20 seconds of it at the end,
yeah, I
and
guess
nothing in the
that's
middle.
true. That's true.
I would have loved more story.
Don't you badmouth Kirby.
Battle Network 1, I think, is a fine game. I think it sets up the formula really well. I think
Oh, did you
it
get
doesn't
any
go
beer?
nuts with
You
difficulty
did
or
not.
anything like that. It doesn't do anything bad, in my opinion. The only thing that's really a bummer about it is that it's kind of short, especially if you know what you're doing.
I love it.
Battle Network 2, not great. Battle Network 3, the main game is fine, but the post game is fucking ridiculous, like beyond belief. And 4 sucks a big fat one.
More games like the Chozo Mythos.
Okay, Chozo Mythos, and what is EXE1? What is
EXE1 is Battle Network 1. That's the Japanese name of the series is Rockman.exe.
Gotcha.
that? Q.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Kirby Planet Robobot, yeah, very deep narrative. I will admit I really like that they brought back the Nova
Oh,
Nova
hey,
species
I don't
for
know what
that.
Night in the Woods is, but it sounds right up my alley. I'll stream it.
Night in the Wood,
I don't
no.
know.
They're having a discussion about alcohol, I guess.
Wine. Thank
You good?
Yep.
The Chozo Mythos, there's 2 more games in the Chozo Mythos that we didn't do. One that hadn't come out when we did it, and one that isn't a point-and-click adventure that would be fun to do at some point.
a new one has come out?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. It's in the same universe, but it's not really the same. I don't know a lot about it, to be honest. I know that at one point you're in a car. I don't know a whole lot about it. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, I've heard that's an interesting one. The Crackling is, are you oh my god. John, when you come back, can you like unplug and replug the thing? Guys, no, really. Tell us when it happens so one of us can fix it. I'll just sit over there and hang with it. if that's what it
Considering our
takes.
feelings, I appreciate that, but it's really better to have good audio.
Yeah. But
Replug which thing?
the only audio cable in the back of the laptop, in the back of the PC. The back.
Just unplug everything and
Yes.
then
Sorry. I was
No
in
one
the
heard
car
any of
for
that. That's
50
okay.
minutes.
can you take a shower or something?
Cool.
No. What is it? Is it spooky or is it cute spooky or is it just cute?
What?
Night in the Woods. Sorry, I'm
Cute
interrupting.
Spooksy.
Well, yeah, but you also didn't give any context to what you were talking about.
So-
She never does.
don't I just read and start chatting?
Oh my god.
I don't know. That's how I assume it works. I don't know if that's a real life thing or not.
I feel like sometimes you start a sentence in your head,
Yeah.
and then halfway through it becomes words,
My
And I'm
advice
just
would be,
like,
if you're responding to something that
what?
someone is saying, mention their name first so that the rest of
I'm
us
sorry,
are caught
it's
up.
very long. I know I could just say Con Alpar or just Alpar, but
Alpar is
I know,
usually-
but
or
now
the
it's very
Alpar.
long.
Spooky. What is this? A Night in the Woods?
yeah.
Night in the Woods, yeah.
Have I seen a thing for that
I
one?
don't think so.
No. Anyway,
We got some games.
I'm gonna stream that.
Let's stream tomorrow.
Okay, we're gonna stream tomorrow, guys. Ben and I are.
Okay.
Cool.
Good luck. Oh, no, you do have this set up.
I
on
can.
yours.
I can do it. Yeah.
Just
Just don't lose the webcam. It'll be fine.
we only lost it once
I know, I was giving you
for a
hard
whole month.
And it was like it was just there. It was just where
Ooh.
it should have been.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually it was exactly
Oh,
where I put it and where it was meant to be, and
as
somehow
for-
I just missed it.
As for streaming, after I have dinner with my mom,
Oh,
so 8 or 9.
sure.
And also, I don't know, Ben, tell them about here. I don't know what that means.
Here.
Where? Sorry. Where?
Oh,
where
here.
will
you
the
get
streamings happen?
usually stream on Twitch, right?
Good streamings to you on Twitch.
I can do. Does the YouTube streaming thing have a key the same way that Twitch
What do you
generates?
mean?
So Twitch, you generate a key that you pop into OBS, and that's how it like links it.
I think
to
so, yeah.
So if you give me the one for the YouTube, I can just change it and
Yeah.
stream to YouTube. So it seems like we use
Well,
that
how it
more
works for
than
that is usually
Twitch.
you don't do that into the mic, please God. The way that it works on YouTube, at least when we do one of these, is like you set up the event and then you can hook directly into. At least with XSplit, you can hook directly into it that way. But there's got to be a way to do that with.
Well, once I get it set up,
OBS
I will tweet it out.
I'll
Also
put it
tweet
on
it to you
Discord.
so you can retweet it or something.
Fair enough. I can do that. I'll be here anyway, most likely.
Oh, okay.
I might be recording some Battle Network while you guys are doing that.
Oh, we can hear sadness from the other
Excellent.
room then.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Alien Isolation. That actually seemed like it'd be a pretty fun one.
There's a couple scary.
I'm sorry, we
games
keep
that I
responding
wanna
stuff
do.
before it shows up on the bottom here because we have a thing on that side.
Oh,
of
yeah,
our
if I
preview
paid
window.
attention to that, then...
So sometimes we're gonna be a little ahead of the chat. So I apologize for that.
That makes sense.
Alien Isolation seemed pretty cool. People seemed relatively pleased with that game. It's one of the few good Alien games, so it's pretty neat.
Did you make it?
Is that one that I've seen CJ play? I know none
Not
of you
all-
can answer that, but...
We can't
that's
even get
fine.
away from eating on mic when we're live and
Ooh,
streaming and
that
talking
is-
For the
directly to
record,
people.
I always eat on mic, but I never eat by the mic.
Okay.
You're not hearing my chompings.
Okay.
We're only hearing his...
They're Lindsay's.
Well, you're hearing my chompings, but you're hearing... If John uses silverware, you hear those. So John play Final Fantasy
Joke's
6.
on
No,
you.
Final Fantasy 6.
So
No,
at
Final
some
Fantasy
point,
silverware.
actually, at some point, we're gonna have
We are.
Ben play Chrono Trigger because he has never played it.
Yep, that's fact.
And
Alpar, thank you for wanting to see me play Final Fantasy VI because I love that game. You really did? Oh my God, Alpar, I love you.
did
Oh.
what?
He played both of them on my
Oh,
recommendation.
Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger. Yeah,
Oh,
those are
Yeah, they're
gold
fun.
star
I'm so glad.
pinnacle of 2D gaming games.
But you know, I've recommended those to a lot of people, and then nowadays they're like, oh, yeah, I kind of lost interest because they're old school, and not a lot of people are used to that. So I'm really glad that you got something out
I
of them.
cannot think Rosencrustel.
I heard of
What is
Rosencrustel
What is
recently, and I forget why. If it were more Metroidvania, it didn't look like a Newgrounds Flash game from 2004. Oh man, I remember one of my favorite things that I wish ever like got picked up by Capcom was when they did Mega Man. What the hell was it called? It was like this. It wasn't Mega Man Extreme, but it was an extreme looking Mega Man thing where it was like this dark, twisted future and.
Sounds cool.
Oh shit! I can't remember the name of it. If any of you guys remember, it was a Flash animation.
Alpar.
It was set to a song called "Back to Mad."
Second Densetsu 3 is also really cool.
Yep.
I think you can only play it with a ROM with a fan patch.
Yeah, because it's
to play
Japanese
it in
only,
English.
right?
Yeah, for now. But they made Seiken Densetsu Collection for the Switch in Japan, and there's like rumors they're localizing it. So that would be really cool. They've had an English translation of 3 ready to go for a long time. They've never released it though.
Nice.
So hopefully they do.
Since the subject has come back to Chrono Trigger briefly,
Wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm just like continuing to read. Alxprit. Sorry, I may have called you Alpar at one point. You're playing it on the Switch in English. Or okay. So you know it in Japanese. Okay, so the Switch version is Japanese for now. Okay. Never mind. Sorry, continue, everyone.
Anyway, so Ben not having played Chrono Trigger is a really rare thing, especially since Ben you play a lot of video games. So it's
most Bens have played Chrono Trigger.
most Bens that
Ben
play video
hasn't.
games have played Chrono Trigger.
Oh, wait, I think I have played 999. Yeah.
What was it, 99 Nights or something like
No,
that?
it's nine something, 9 doors, 9 nights or something like
Isn't
that.
it a point-and-click adventure or something like that?
It's like
or it's like sort of...
it's like a story point and something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
like
on
a
the
graphic
DS,
novel kind of...
I played
not
that.
graphic novel.
I played it in
visual
Japanese,
novel.
and I was like, it was right when I was learning, and I was like, fuck! I had to look up everything. It was horrible.
I have
Fun
not
game,
played
though.
that. I'm about to download the Layton game for iPhone, though. I heard it's okay. It doesn't make great use of some of the stuff on there, but it's supposed to be decent. 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Informal poll: does anyone else like avocado toast
Yes,
as much
please
as
give
I
us
do?
that.
Yes. So
as much as
I'm
you do,
really jealous
I don't
of
know.
you.
I like it, but I don't like it as much as you do.
I'm literally about to murder you and steal your toast.
Seems like
You
a bit
gave
of an
me a
You
weapon.
have 4 avocados in there, and I gave you some wine. I didn't give you a weapon. So you're going to kill me with the wine I gave you and steal the toast I made for myself when you have avocados in the other room.
That sounds about right.
Oh.
That sounds.
That's my life.
That is so Lindsay.
That's our Lindsay.
Oh god.
Yeah, I realize that, like, 8-bit
can't ju-
compressed web avocado toast
can't just
might not
shove-
look so good.
Stuff into the camera and be like, look how great this is.
If the
Well,
audio
I
just
tried.
did something weird, let me know. The screen of that laptop just blipped for some reason, and I just
Ooh,
want to make sure.
fun.
that
Yeah, it's not recording anymore, dude.
Oh, I know. I turned that off a while ago.
Oh, well then, never mind.
Cool.
Wait.
Also, DeChampster, have you ever seen us? Look at us. We're like glowing in the freaking dark.
Well, we're
I
not in the
mean,
dark.
the
I
correct
literally-
answer-
We literally
Glowing
have
in the light.
a giant studio-style light right there.
I fully embrace the fact that
And a
me
light
loving
right here.
avocado toast makes me a millennial, middle-aged white girl somehow. But I also agree that it would be better with a burger trigger.
Yeah.
A burger trigger?
A
burger trigger.
A burger with avocado is pretty great.
Fuck Chrono Trigger. Let's go with burger trigger.
Oh my god.
Play that.
Sorry if that made terrible noises.
It did.
I'm gonna give myself a center part.
Cool. I really want to get you to play Mario RPG also, Ben. I know we've talked about that on mic too.
Which
Yeah.
comes on the Super NES Mini, which I have told Rennie to
Yeah.
pre-order for me.
You can do it at Walmart now, apparently.
No, you cannot. It
No?
lasted 5 minutes. It never worked. It was an inventory malfunction. I was on that. Rennie was on that. We both couldn't do it.
Fair enough. As I went on GameStop when I saw that in the work chat today, I was like, "Oh shit!" and there was nothing there. I was like, "All right, fine."
Yeah. He's got all those like websites that like manage the stock of these things.
They have,
set
like,
up to give
RSS
him
feeds
alerts
and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So he gets a text message when it goes on sale. So he sends one to me and also tries to order it. That's how bad I want this thing.
John has gluten-free pumpkin spice pancakes. Oh, I'm
No,
sorry,
they're
waffles.
waffles, and it's not pumpkin spice. It's just pumpkin.
It's pumpkin spice.
It's
I think
pumpkin
it's
spice. They're
Yeah.
delicious. For the record, my normal one is blueberry, but they ran out, so I just got this one, which happened to be pumpkin. Sorry, one big hole.
I have no
I did
idea
notice that Alex break.
how they managed to get Final Fantasy VI and not Chrono Trigger on the
They
SNES
probably had to
Mini.
pick
Failure.
one, I guess.
They probably didn't though. That's the thing. Like, think
Fried
about what
meat with
technology is in
breadcrumb and
there.
crust? Yeah, that sounds awesome, Alpar.
I mean, granted, maybe they just didn't want it to be an RPG machine because between
Right.
Secret of Mana, Chrono Trigger, Mario RPG, Final Fantasy VI, arguably Final Fantasy IV, if people really were making a pitch for it,
they didn't put that on there either.
they did not put 4 on. No.
Yeah,
Waffle
so like
mix is better.
the only one I care about is Chrono Trigger there, that like didn't make it.
Yeah.
What can you do? You can't. You can't have it
If we can get our hands on one of those, then I think that we should do Star Fox 2 on the channel.
Oh
Um,
yeah, that's.
Because that's
I mean, that's the big reason to get it.
that's the biggest reason really is to be
Yeah.
able to play as natively as is possible really right now.
I know it's so
I've heard it's
stupid.
not great, but I still want to see it. I still want to know.
I'm like dying to throw $80 at this thing
Yeah.
where I've already played all those games and already own all those games and
Yeah.
can play them at any time.
I was gonna say I
computer
have
right
half
here.
Of,
Yeah.
half of those games are
But I
like
still
right
want it
there
real
or in my
bad.
room.
I still want it real bad. I don't
Yeah.
know why.
Yep.
It's like
It's not going to
partly
degrade
like a
as easily, so
nostalgia
that's
thing.
nice.
Yeah.
Plus, admittedly, I'm curious how the connection for the controller is going to work, but either a USB or Wii connectable
It's
style
Wii connectable.
Super Nintendo controllers is just kind of rad in general. The question is, are they going to keep it going? Are they going to do an N64 classic? Are they going to do a GameCube classic? GameCube classic is a little bit tricky. I'm wondering if they're doing this to curb Virtual Console for the first 3 Nintendo generations.
People think a 64 is really likely because they filed some kind of patent that looked like a 64 controller recently.
We just got past
yeah.
the 20th
Yeah,
anniversary
yeah.
for the N64 last year too, so
Game Boy Classic totally could happen.
they could. Yeah, I don't
That'd
see
be
why
a cool
not.
little handheld that like just has all the games as part of it. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Just like a Game Boy with all the built-in games.
yeah.
They could literally make it in the same Game Boy shell. It doesn't even have to be a mini. It's just Game Boy Classic Edition and do it like that. They could even add a little stuff so you could do like Game Boy Color capabilities with it.
Yeah.
Or Super Game Boy capabilities with it.
Cool.
64. So yeah, the
That's a good
N64 library is a lot
I mean,
more miss
as-
than hit when it comes to comparison to the SNES.
But when it comes to the 64, as long as you have Quest 64 on it, then like that's all I need.
Somebody shoot me
What?
right
Serious?
now.
One game is all I want.
I owned Quest 64 as a kid.
It
I
was
still have
such
the same
a piece
copy.
of shit.
It is the most magnificently awful game.
But we were so starved for RPGs on that console
Yeah.
that we all tried to make it work. We're like, this
Yep.
is okay. It's not
It's
okay.
Not okay. It was such a garbage game.
So bad, so bad.
It was like Summoner on PS2.
I was so
It
disappointed.
the first RPG that came out
Can
for
we
PS2.
can we talk about this? We got Quest 64 because we didn't get Final Fantasy 7. Like
Yeah.
that's how extreme that spectrum was for that. It's like you could have had this, but Nintendo was kind of a dick to Square right at the 0 hour when the Nintendo PlayStation went down.
Yeah, one of my favorite games
So
of all
we got
time.
Quest 64 instead.
Like something that's worth as much as a piece of cardboard.
Hashtag garbage pile.
Awful, 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 awful. You can barely grind in that game. That's the thing. Is like,
But you
what was
have
it?
to.
Pro Jared. Pro
When I read
Jared.
that, I thought Tony Hawk Pro Skater style grinding.
Pro Jared brought up. Damn it! I'll fix it in 1 second. Pro Jared brought up a really interesting point. Oh, you gonna do it? Sure. All right. It's the top one of those two in the bottom. There's the audio jack.
The only one that's an audio.
Yep.
Go wrong.
No one heard John's comment. So anyway,
It's bad, Alpar. It's
there
bad.
you go. Yeah, Quest 64 is terrible. Pro Jerry did a great review on it that I think pretty much nails it. And at one point, he talks about how it's like, all right, so you level up your stats by doing things related to your stats. You level up your hit points. You level up your hit points by taking hits.
Yeah, by getting the shit beat out of
You level up your speed by running.
you. Yep.
As you run, you slowly build up your speed. So
Just hold forward.
he took his controller, he wrapped a rubber band around it, and
Yep.
held it like so. Went up to the right, so he ran in a circle. Left it on overnight. Left it on for 17 hours, and came back to it, and he leveled up like 5 times out of about 100 max. And he's like,
Oh,
"How is this
shit.
actually possible?" Bland's most good. It's the story is non-existent.
Early 3D
Save
really
your
sums
dad,
up.
and it's like, okay.
Early 3D really sums up the entire N64 lineup.
There's another game in the Quest 64 line. Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, tell us about that. But also, what would you guys
I mean,
choose for your 10 or 20 Nintendo 64?
Some Mario
Mini
64,
pack-ins.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
GoldenEye's
Ocarina of Majora.
Probably there.
GoldenEye,
GoldenEye.
Majora.
Turok. You ever play that? on
Turok.
64? That shit
Turok
was
64 would
great.
probably be in there.
Mario Kart.
Mario 64,
Kart.
Mario Kart 64. I would say
Diddy Kong is good.
Diddy Kong Racing would be great.
They put Donkey Kong 64 in there. Banjo Kazooie, if they
Banjo
could get the
Kazooie and
rights.
Banjo 2 would both be great.
But I don't
Donkey
know if
Kong
they can get the
64
rights.
I don't know about. I feel like because Donkey Kong is Nintendo, they would put that in there. So
Right.
that's 10.
Super Smash Brothers.
Smash, right.
Smash Brothers, obviously.
feel like
Yeah,
if they-
oh man.
If they couldn't put Banjo or Banjo Tooie in, then they would put DK.
Yeah. Maybe
64.
Pokemon Stadium? Is that game even worth it without the
Without all the,
There's
like,
all the
Does it
hookups
not
and stuff?
function, all the
Mario
stuff?
Party.
It
Mario
definitely
Party,
does.
absolutely.
Mario
Oh,
Party
yeah.
for sure.
I would argue Mario Party
Okay.
2, not Mario Party 1.
I loved Mario Party 1. I feel like all the ones after that kind of lost some of the spark.
Yeah.
But, maybe 1 and 2. Fuck it.
Clearly, Tetrasphere
Kirby
would make its way
64.
in there. Kirby 64 would be in there, yes.
So, okay, we've proved that they can probably hit 20 if they try.
DK
Star
60
Fox 64 was good.
So here's my biggest problem with Donkey Kong 64 is it would have been... I would have more respect for Donkey Kong 64. I did enjoy it. I would have more respect for it if it came out before Banjo-Kazooie, but it didn't. Banjo-Kazooie came out first and feels like a much better experience than Donkey Kong
Castlevania
64.
64. You shut
Yeah,
your mouth.
Castlevania 64. There we go.
it was a game.
Sorta.
That's one of the biggest
Gauntlet
reasons
Legends.
why.
Oh, Gauntlet.
Gauntlet Legends.
Mega Man
would-
64, technically.
Mega Man 64 would be great on there. That's like 14, I think.
Oh, I'm getting an axe headache.
It's like an axe in your head. Oh, Jesus.
No. Do you see how pale I am? You cannot draw on me.
What other ones we got? Oh, Star Fox 64. Duh.
Oh,
Said
yeah.
that, Yep.
Um,
Kirby should be in there. Yoshi's
mentioned
Island
that
or
one.
Yoshi's Story probably.
Yoshi's Story, yes.
It's not that good actually.
16.
It's okay.
It's okay. The game is boring as shit if you just try to beat the game normal.
Yep.
The game is only actually interesting if
Oh.
you try to go for the 30 melons quests.
How can we forget Clay Fighter 63 and a quarter?
Oh,
yeah.
right. Yeah, that what a
Yup,
great
yup.
idea that was.
I would like Mega Man 64 plus the PlayStation exclusive stuff from there. That would be nice. Better voice, the better voice clips at the very least. We did say
Yeah, I
Ocarina.
think
Yep.
so.
We're up to about 16, I think now.
Majora's.
We did mention Majora.
Yep.
We got 4
Good.
more.
16 is worth it though. Like,
Gotta make it a nice even number. Nice even number.
yeah, I
for
would like
that.
20, but I can't think of 4 more. I mean, Chameleon Twist was kind of fun.
I would say-
Snowboard Kids 2.
Chameleon Twist.
Snowboard Kids 2, the
Snowboard-
greatest
One
game
of the
for the
Snowboard
entire
Kids, I
Nintendo
guess.
64
I guess we could
library.
put that on there. There's still space.
I love Snowboard Kids 2.
It was a great game.
Thank you for knowing that.
I'm suddenly reminded of Glover, and no, that shouldn't be on there.
Crackling's back.
Ogre Battle.
People are saying it's not worth it.
Fuck, damn it.
Comes back after 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I played a lot of 1080 snowboarding.
I'm sorry.
too,
There's
yeah.
a game called Gex.
Ogre Battle 64 is supposed
Yep.
to be good, but I never played it.
Yeah, I never played that either. I feel like I should have because I like those types
No.
of games.
Adam always talked about like.
There we go. We should be back.
Okay, and so anyway,
Yeah. So
About Wave Racer. No.
Pilot Wings.
Pilot Wing 64.
both of those games are
Superman 64. There we
Oh
go.
my God. Glover.
no.
Glover.
Yep. Did you miss the part where I brought that up
She's
like
not paying
maybe 2
attention.
Totally
minutes
missed
ago?
it. I was spaced out, dude.
Oh my god. Or like Tonic Trouble or
Tactics is
Rocket
so good
Robot
out
Wheels.
Wheels.
Final Fantasy Tactics is my favorite game.
Hold on, now it's super weird, and the translation is impossible, but still stick with it.
Well,
That's my favorite game.
What, Tactics?
Final Fantasy
Yeah.
Tactics.
Yeah, Tactics is great. I don't even think the translation's that bad.
No, the translation is impossible. It doesn't tell a story, and it literally sometimes
does.
tells you to do the wrong thing.
What?
It's really
Does it
bad.
do that?
unlike the
What
movie,
version
do
did
the
you guys
right
play?
thing.
Did you play the original
played
PS
the
version?
PlayStation
PlayStation
version, yeah.
There are definitely some shit. There's definitely some shit
There's
in there that
some
doesn't
weird
make any
stuff,
sense.
But I don't remember it being
I mean,
like,
it's
totally
a
backwards.
fucking hard as shit game that actively traps
Oh my
you about
God.
halfway through.
We're stupid. Bomberman.
There's a point when you're fighting Bomberman 64, yeah, definitely. No change, really. It's still
Yep.
Wasn't the
that should hopefully fix it a little bit.
weren't there 2 Bomberman games?
Hopefully,
There
War of the
were-
Lions
there
is
were,
a
like,
better version.
Was
I
like
forget what the
Bomberman
other- Bomberman
Legends
World or
or
something.
something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
That's awesome, Foxy. We want to do that too, but we haven't had the time.
In Tactics, the worst thing, the worst part of the game, bar none, was the fight against the Ares.
No spoiler,
Zodiac
but I know
dude.
I can literally see what you're saying because I got stuck there.
Yeah, I don't want to name the person because
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
remember if
it's
that's a spoiler.
a
But
spoiler.
the name is like Van or something. Like no, Van is the hero from 12. I'm trying to remember the name.
Don't
of
say
the
the name
monster.
because you'll accidentally
the
spoil
name
it,
of
I
the
think.
monster, not the person.
Well, it's the one that's a ram monster, right?
Yes, I was trying to remember the name of the ram monster, not
Yeah.
the person who is the ram monster.
I don't know that.
But
okay.
because the way that they do that is
Spoilers.
you can save, and then you wind up.
Now I know.
Yeah.
You
Now
can
I know
save,
that the
and then
Ram
you wind up
Monster's a
being.
person.
You find that out like maybe 2 hours into the game.
Now
that,
I know.
that this happens. Yeah, because
Anyway.
you were going to play that
Anyway,
tomorrow.
yeah.
But the point being, you can save and then wind up being stuck where the only place you can move is into that battle.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're
battle
not,
in the game.
When you save, you're not in a town, so you can't stock up. And the battle is one-on-one
Right.
Yeah.
against an incredibly aggressive boss.
Yeah, it's the hardest thing in that game, I think.
I would say it's one of the hardest boss battles that I've really dealt with in an RPG.
You have to have a pretty much a very specific setup.
Yes.
To be
If-
able to
Yeah,
do
if
it.
you level up your main character the wrong way, it's almost
Yeah.
impossible.
If he's a support class, you're fucked.
Yeah.
I
Here we
think
go.
I use
Chemist!
him as
Potion!
I think
Fuck,
hey,
potion!
I had a
actually
playthrough
using
where he
auto
was a
potion, one
chemist.
of the best strategies.
Auto
for that
potion
boss.
is great. Auto potion
So-
is great, yeah.
it definitely takes some getting used to, but like my uncle had tactics and he had Final
Oh, the
Fantasy VII.
calculator class. Holy shit. That is so
Yeah.
convoluted to use, but it's kind of amazing.
I actually don't know
I'm
what
coming
that does.
back.
I'm not sure I ever used that one. My uncle had tactics and was like, I don't fucking understand this game. Here, you take it, John.
The calculator class, if I remember correctly, is one where all of your abilities are restricted to little math formulas where it's like
so it'll be based on height and or levels
Yep.
and like
there's
multiples
there's
of the
literally
height
one
and like
there's one that if I remember correctly, it casts auto death on any opponent across the entire battlefield whose level is a prime number.
yeah.
It just kills them.
Yeah.
Ow.
You can do it with any spell though. Like you can cast death on anything that is on a prime height tile.
Yeah,
like if
like
anyone's
it's
on a height
so
of 3 or
fucking
5
confusing.
or 7,
That's kind
it
of
casts
intriguing,
death
though,
on
as
Yeah,
an idea.
calculate plus
like,
death plus correct number
using the
equals everyone dies
power-
all at once. Yeah.
using the
How
power
do
of
you
prime
get-
numbers as a mage.
So I
like
have
they
a
have mages for
calculator.
everything else. Why not?
I find the correct number. How do I have death? Do I just call
No,
them
that's a
up?
calculator class. It's a spellcasting class where
Called
they can affect
calculator.
everyone across the entire battlefield based on a specific number in their stats.
There's like red mage, white mage, black mage, sorcerer, and calculator.
Yeah.
Like it's in that list. It's not actually a physical.
I think Tactics
I
was
want
the
it to be a
first
real
game that involved
calculator.
that brought guns into the Final Fantasy universe.
I got you.
Really wanted
was
to
it the
be
first one that
an
like
actual
brought in the world of
calculator.
Ivalice?
That's the first
Yeah.
Ivalice game, yeah.
Yep, yep.
But
Ivalice?
I always thought it was Ivalice,
They
but
say it's
I don't
somewhere.
know.
If that's the case, it's probably
Because
one
the
of
engineer
first
class,
gun-
Mustadio and the engineers are all
Yeah.
like gun wielders.
Well, Final Fantasy VIII had the gun blades.
Yes, but I think
yeah,
that
but
came
Tactics
after.
was
I think
before
Tactics
that.
was first.
Seven-
Before that.
7 also had Barrett, which was guns.
That's true. He had
And
he
6
a
had
big-
Edgar, which was guns.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, that's
So,
true. Okay, so yeah,
There's
so
actually a
Tactics
rich
is not- yeah.
history of guns in Final Fantasy.
Yeah, calculator is amazing.
I am a calculator wizard.
yeah, pretty
Oh
much.
god. The
I also liked Blade Grasp with High Brave, which means no physical attacks will hit you.
nice. Oh my god. There's so
I've
much
never
good.
been maxed
The
the game that
bonuses in
much.
that game are fucking bonkers too. You can find the what like 3 Easter egg characters you can dig up
Vincent too.
Oh,
because
yeah,
one of them you can bring. You can get Cloud.
Yeah, which is bullshit.
But
but
he
awesome.
sucks though.
He sucks
I mean,
until
can
you
kinda
do
set him up.
the second of his mission of his 2 missions that gets you
It's a
the Buster
lot
Sword.
It's a lot of work to get an okay character.
At which point,
my man was
I loved
Beowulf.
Irvine. Irvine Kinneas was my favorite character in
Beowulf
RPGs.
was the fucking shit.
Irvine Kinneas is one of my
Chicken
favorite
sword
characters.
and fucking.
I spent the
petrified
whole game
sword.
trying to understand: is Ramses' last name meant to be Beowulf, and they just can't
Yes.
type good?
Yes, it was.
And then there's a character called Beowulf, like the real way, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck. I quit.
Yeah. I think the answer is yes. I think in
Yes,
the later
it
in the
is,
War of the
yeah.
Roses remake they changed it. They changed
Yeah.
one of the 2 names to make the
Beowulf
match.
is. I'm sure it's based off the name
Yeah.
Beowulf.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it stays as Beowulf or Beowulf. Or
in the
whatever
PSP one?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that they had changed the 2 of them
I
to
think so.
match or something, but
No.
yeah, Cloud starts at level 1 whereas everybody else starts at different levels, but once you get him, if you bring him back up, and he's awesome. There's the death robot you can get.
The art style's great.
That guy's pretty great.
Oh, I forgot about
The
him.
art style is awesome.
Yeah, I forget who does the art for that game, but it's one of my favorite. Has some of my favorite art theming.
Irvine from Final Fantasy VIII is awesome, with the sole exception that I don't think he. Oh no, he does actually. My biggest gripe one of my bigger gripes when I was talking about Wonder Woman is that there's a character whose whole thing is like he's the best sharpshooter we got, and he never actually fires his gun. He gets freaked out and pulls away, and then never actually like resolves that arc. Whereas in Final Fantasy VIII, you've got Irvine, who's really nervous about actually shooting someone like that, especially like a high profile person, but he actually goes and does it, but it doesn't take.
Is he the cowboy guy?
Yeah, he's the cowboy guy.
Was that 8?
That was 8.
Are we sure?
Yes.
Irvine is definitely a Final
Irvine
Fantasy VIII.
Kinneas is 8, yes.
Weird. You get him toward the end of the game, right?
No,
He-
you get him pretty early, like first, third. Actually, yeah, you definitely get him first, third, because second, third is after
He's one
the
of the
first,
later characters you
the
get in
first
your party,
assassination
though,
attempt.
Yeah, I mean, because
I think he's the last member of the team.
Okay, that might be why. Because I've played that game once and then another like attempt, but stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that might be why.
I
remember him.
beat the defuse the bomb mission with literally 0 seconds left, to the point where it started playing the whoops you ran out of time thing, and I wasn't actually sure if they survived.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Irvine's the last character you permanently get. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you get the other 5.
I
first.
actually, so I played 8, and it took me like a year and a half to get through because I was like, I hate this game. I hate this game.
I never
And by the
finished it.
time I got to the end, I was like, I love this game. And then I
Yeah.
started it over immediately, and I was like, this game is good. And then
I
got
enjoyed playing 8, I think, a little more than I enjoyed playing 7. It took longer to get used
Well,
to.
that's
7,
just
you
wrong.
can jump right in and you can get
Yeah.
you know what you're doing. 8, there's like a finesse with the junction system that takes some time to get used to. But once you're
I
getting
love
it,
that system once you understand
Yeah,
it.
once you
I
get
didn't
used to
understand
it's
it
pretty
until like 88% into the game.
Yeah.
But once I got there,
It's a weird system where you like sync the spells to certain stats.
Yeah.
and, like,
it's like
just
really
fun.
complex.
I've always been bummed because I never finished 8 because I got to disc 4, and in disc 4, all of the world map becomes inaccessible except for your airship and the final dungeon.
Yeah.
And my disc 4 was scratched. So when I went into the final dungeon,
there, buddy.
one of the first things that happens is you lose all of your action commands, which is super awkward. Like you lose the ability to use items, you lose the ability to attack. At first, you literally can do nothing but run.
Yeah, I think you find your actions or
you have
something.
to find the ability to
bizarre.
attack and find the ability to use spells and stuff like that. But because my disc was scratched, when I went from one room into another, when it tried to load a room, it literally took 2 to 3 minutes per room. And the dungeon is a maze to the point where you spend occasionally less than 10 seconds in a room, and it became just unplayable. I just couldn't fucking stand it. I spent an entire afternoon getting 4 of my actions back, and I just couldn't fucking take it anymore.
Foxy, I played all the way to the end of Legend of Dragoon, which is the same thing with Final Fantasy VIII, where you get to the last disc and all it is the last dungeon.
I started playing Legend of Dragoon.
And
Sarah's got it.
I didn't
Was
finish
it good?
I don't remember why.
My cousin had it.
No, it was a shit game.
Yeah, my cousin
I
had
hated that
Summoner
game.
for PS2, which was fucking the equivalent of Quest 64. It was bad. And then he was like, "Oh, it's okay. I'm playing Legend of Dragoon now."
What was that word?
Dragoon.
Dragoon.
Legend of Dragoon.
Legend of Dragoon.
And he's like, "This is a lot better." And I just like saw him play 5 minutes of it and was like,
Legend of Dragoon is a game that looks like it should have been good, but just kind of wasn't.
didn't seem like it was.
No, here's the problem.
To me, yeah.
If you were not Square, then the PlayStation 1 was an incredibly unforgiving place to be for an RPG.
Monster Rancher was cool. I'm not
Did
gonna
it
say it
start
was
on PS1?
fun, but it was cool.
That series, oh no, I'm thinking of Monster Hunter.
Yeah, Monster Hunter was way later.
Yeah.
Monster Rancher
That was
game.
the Pokemon-like anime, right?
Yeah. You were like, "Hey, I'm on my ranch. Do you want to grow a new monster?" And you were like, "Yes." And then it was like, "Open the
Yes, I
disc,
do.
take out the Monster Rancher game, put in any other CD,
Oh yeah.
and see what you get."
That's a really cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool gimmick. I
It was
like
a cool
that.
gimmick, and unfortunately, almost everything you got was total garbage.
Well, yeah.
But like, I guess I see why they did that. But like,
So
we
who
would
de-
spend days
who
trying like
developed-
Matrix DVD or like
Oh, so any disc. It didn't have to be a
Any
game.
disc.
Oh,
Anything it would
so I was gonna
read.
say, who developed Monster Rancher?
I thought it was Capcom, but I think that's Monster Hunter. So now I don't know.
I mean, Monster Hunter is Capcom, but
So I don't know who
Monster
Rancher
Rancher
was.
might
I
have
can
been
look it up.
also. Because I'm curious if the developer decided to like make it. Oh, but if they put in any of our games on the PlayStation 1, then they get slightly better monsters than normal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because there are some games that do silly things like that. I mean, Sega even did that way back in the day with the Sonic and Knuckles stuff, where it's like, hey, put in one of these other ones, you get like a whole nother game. Game Center CX, where they put discs of 2 popular music stars and pit the monsters against each other. Oh, that's cool. That's a really neat idea. I need to watch that show. I've never really gotten too into it, but I would love to see.
A dating sim.
No, I would love to see someone make, and I'm sure there are some out there.
It was Tecmo Koei.
Oh, it was Tecmo. Okay, it was Tecmo. I would love to see someone do a definitive ranking, or obviously it's subjective. It would have to be, but like,
But definitively.
I mean, if you did it like when we do our top 10 and bottom 10 style lists, at the very least, because it's multiple of us doing it, it's a better chance of being less directly subjective. But like, I would love to see someone basically rank the PlayStation 1 RPGs.
Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8, Final Fantasy Tactics,
Final
Fantasy
Fantasy
9,
Dragon Quest 7
Final
probably.
Fantasy Chronicles,
I have no idea.
Final
Was Dragon
Fantasy
Quest?
Anthology.
I
end of
assume
list.
Dragon Quest 7 was on the PS1 because Dragon Quest 8 was on the PS2, and Dragon
Breath-
Quest 6 I think was on the NES or Super Nintendo.
Breath of Fire 4 looked awesome, but
Actually,
I never
6 might
played it.
have 6,
Rick,
5 and 6 might have been on the PlayStation.
look what Alpart just said.
I want to series Talking Data Sims. Have you guys seen that? Oh, was it Dream Daddy? Right? We've
Yes,
talked about this.
Chester,
We talked
you
about this
should.
twice in this week's Breath of the Wild
One of which is actually exporting right now and will be going up sometime after we're done here. But I haven't looked at it. I expressed my thoughts on that actually in this Thursday's video. I guess I can recap that in like one sentence. It's
Rick's afraid of daddies.
no, it's not that. It's more there's an inherently mildly sexual connotation to a dating sim, and the combination of that and the repeated use of daddy, where it's explicitly referring to the fact that yes, these are dudes who have kids. The combination of those together just sits in an awkward place for me, and I'm just like, it's just got a tone that I guess is a little bit off-putting for me.
And
Stop being so pent up, Daddy.
And I said this is
I don't
the
know.
only time it's okay to use the word daddy because they're actual fathers.
Yes, but
Are they actual fathers
that's
that you
all.
happen to
It's
be
not-
fucking in
this
that
doesn't-
moment? Because
this doesn't-
otherwise, I don't want any
mean,
part of this. Either way, I don't want any
Don't
part
worry
of
about
this.
it. I just don't.
You should
look,
stream
don't-
it.
Don't. I would actually do that.
there you go. I don't know that I'm terribly interested in it, really.
I just find them hilarious. My friends and I
Yeah.
used to do this all the time. With
also
like,
not
the most
really interested in the
horrific
pigeon
names.
one, to be honest, either. And that's the
Pigeon?
same
That
thing.
I
There's
want to play really bad.
the pigeon dating sim.
Hatoful boyfriend.
Hatoful
Oh, I forgot
boyfriend.
about Hatoful
Yeah.
boyfriend.
Yep.
Oh my god, we got to do that one.
Because it's supposed to be a play on heartful and hateful, I think.
Rick, are you going to keep Let's Playing Duolingo?
I think so.
That's awesome.
At least a little bit. At least
Do it.
I
want
wanna
to be
learn
there
Japanese,
with you.
though, like-
I won't spoil
Oh
anything,
yeah,
but
guys.
Yeah.
I won't spoil this
Duolingo.
ancient language.
I won't spoil. Wait till you learn Ra. Holy shit!
Hold on to your
Whoa! Oh my god!
But yeah, I think that's awesome that you're doing that. And
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I got my alert today telling me that I need to study my Japanese.
I
I'm
don't
gonna learn.
I should
German.
mention
No,
I don't feel like the
I
game is
lost German.
disrespectful
I
in
call
any
dibs on
particular
German,
way.
but you'll probably get to it before I do. So if you actually
wait.
do, go for it.
Nice.
I don't think
Also,
the game
we could just both do it because look at us.
Oh, don't
Well,
worry.
I'm not German at all, though.
You talk a lot anyway.
Oh, I'm a good chunk German.
No, you get to go.
Also, I love sausage.
I think it said that
No, you
Gaelic was
don't.
one of the languages, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or well, Irish, I think.
Yeah.
It is, but that's a weird language.
It's really cool. And if you go to Ireland, everything is in both languages, which is awesome. I didn't expect that. They even call their
Then what's the full
they
part?
call their police the Garda.
What's
Like-
the full part?
that is
Gaelic.
also part of the
What's
also
the
part of
full
the
part?
multilingual pun with that trigger.
What do you mean? What's the full part?
The conversation
Exactly.
that's happening also in the
Jeez.
chat. They're talking about hato
Ya
is dove or
butthead.
pigeon in Japanese.
Yeah.
Also hateful.
The
Okay.
issue that I had with the Dream Daddy part was more just like it's not, oh man, the subject matter is like but like it was just
Daddy.
I guess just it's just the
Yeah,
situation
do, daddy.
the
Yeah, do,
situational
daddy.
combination of it was just off-putting for me. If it was literally just a dating sim about dudes in general, I don't think it would be as much of like a thing for me. I don't know.
So you just don't like that they call each other daddy?
Maybe, I don't know.
It's a creepy thing. It's like
Yeah,
you
no,
are
I-
my daddy,
that-
therefore we are having sex.
Not
I'm not,
really.
and I'm not casting any judgment either. Like I don't care.
I think it's also weird for Rick because his dad is also named Rick Desilets. So just that there's a lot
Oh.
of layers to this.
sure, but I don't see.
I don't know if I told you guys about this. So Rick and his dad were having a like vaguely political conversation on Facebook, and
Oh,
it was a good conversation.
jeez.
You guys were actually like making
No, we
good
were, we
points.
were.
I'm not even going to even talk about that.
Sure.
But I looked at it on my feed, and it was like Rick Desilets made a post. Rick Desilets commented on Rick Desilets' post. Rick Desilets replied to Rick Desilets' post on Rick Desilets' comment or whatever, or vice versa. It was just layers and layers and layers of Rick Desilets, and it was Rick Desilets. Well said. So that was my Saturday night.
They're just dads who make a lot of dad puns. I'm sorry, Alpar. Are you saying that it's this channel?
Yeah, pretty much. We're all dads basically without the kids.
My dad almost never uses the senior. I only use my junior if I have to. If I'm using stuff like my passport or
I
my
like
driver's
how
license,
insulted
I don't
you are
use
by
junior
this.
on
Where
there.
the hell
Yeah.
is the junior or the senior?
My dad was
idiots.
My dad was John
Insulted people,
Seelig
Rick.
as well, but he specifically made sure I had a different middle name,
Yeah.
so I couldn't be a junior.
so yours is Douglas.
is that a thing?
Your dad's was Richard.
Good memory,
Yeah,
dude.
Because Ian
Ian
has
has
Richard
Richard, so
as his
yeah,
middle
yeah,
name. Yeah,
exactly, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
My grandfather is also a senior, but he's or was a senior.
Well, yeah. Once you get to a certain age,
That's weird. My grandfather is a
He,
junior.
but not for my dad. Obviously, my uncle is a junior to my dad's
Okay,
dad.
okay. Yep.
But really, I did not realize that you were also junior there to Champster.
Really? That's cool.
The chance.
Yeah, my dad on Facebook, and
So there's
he's
the
used
Champster
RIK
senior?
forever, which is
Champster
part of the
junior.
reason. It's part of the reason I never use RIK. And like, if you do a high score table and you've got 3 letters, I never do RIK.
You
'cause my
always do
dad
RIC.
did
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
that's cool. That's cool.
that's the only thing.
Senor
Senor
senior.
senior. Whatever happened to junior senior?
Oh shit.
They moved their feet right into obscurity.
Are they senior now? I don't know how. Like,
Senior and seniorer.
I love that song. I thought of that song the other day and put it on my
Senior
like
and
master
dead.
playlist.
it's literally like
but-
4 lyrics for 28 minutes.
Everybody go move your feet and bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum,
Yep, those are lyrics.
Boom, boom,
Everybody
boom, boom, boom.
Move feet into your body.
You know, I have to
Feet
say,
into your body.
we don't have a ton
Yeah,
of people
move
this
your feet
time,
into
but
your
I feel
body.
like this live chat is going pretty well.
Yeah.
Like
Or
minor
how you
technical
ruined it.
problems.
Damn it.
The crinkling just
Okay,
got
major
real
technical.
bad.
Wow, I did literally just ruin that.
Senior from Kim Possible. Oh my god, I've been thinking about that show a bit, and I'm kind of wanting to watch it again.
Kim Possible. I remember.
I never
that.
really watched Kim Possible.
It was
That
great.
documentary is really weird.
Of
The
course.
timing was as
damn it.
as with a lot of the stuff that is somehow still popular. It was right at the time where I was not
Where-
really into cartoons, like into the kids'
Where
cartoons
boys
anymore.
were
They're remaking. They're making new
Girls
episodes of
doing
Rocco's Modern Life.
I
I'm
will
nervous about
never
that.
I am
watch
also
them.
nervous about that.
because
I will
while
never
I
watch them.
I saw the little teaser for it.
Yep.
and
It was cute.
It was cute. It was
Why won't you watch
okay.
them?
Some of the jokes were a little too.
I think
Because
Rocco was a
they're-
On the nose.
perfect storm
It was
of
the
its
90s.
situation. It
Yeah.
was Nickelodeon trying to appeal to slightly older kids in
Mm-hmm.
the 90s on this network that had some boundaries to push, but also tried to appeal to everyone. I think it was a total perfect storm. I don't know
See, here's the thing.
if it would work
In the
today.
90s, absurdist humor was what worked for cartoons. In 2010, in the 2010s, now it's kind of about like we talked about this before. Dark comedy is
I don't
kind of the
even
thing
know
right
what
now.
it's about.
BoJack
I mean,
Horseman is popular
also-
because it's kind of dark.
That's
It's
not
also
aimed at kids at
absurdist.
all.
neither was Rocko's Modern Life really. Did you ever go back and watch those?
Yeah, it's awesome. I watched Rocco
There's an
with
episode
my
about
dad.
streaking.
It
There's an
was-
episode where there's a
No, I
baby that's
haven't.
chewing on Rocco's eyeball. Like,
Oh, no, I mean that's
There's
actually
some-
the least. Like there's a lot of weird shit, and they imply a lot more than they explicitly say, like for sure. But
but yeah, no, I mean,
yeah,
like,
I'm not sure what it's going to be like, but I'm interested because I love Rocco. But
Neat.
it's one of those things that might be Dunkaroos because I've
it might
never
be
gone
Dunkaroos.
back.
The thing I don't think they know about. I don't know if
I don't
they've
know.
ever
We'll-
once on this entire channel.
We'll explain Dunkaroos in a minute.
Yeah.
But I'm worried that Rocco might be Dunkaroos,
Ta-da-dum.
but I
Maybe.
look at it in such high regard that I never go back and
Discord,
watch it.
there's
That's
word.
why, honestly, I kind of feel like and I know that it's a pretty unpopular opinion, but most of the stuff that I like from the 90s, I would prefer to just kind of stay in the 90s.
Majora's Mask was a great example of something that for us was Dunkaroos.
Yeah. And
You-
it's not
will
even
you
Dunkaroos.
explain-
I'm
will you
sorry,
explain to
I
the
love
people-
Majora's Mask
All right.
and Dunkaroos now in the present.
The idea of
Of course
Dunkaroos,
you
if
do.
my memory is correct on this,
Yes.
is that they are things that are similar to the cookie and frosting product that was Dunkaroos, in that when you were a kid, it was the greatest fucking shit in the world.
Right.
It
So-
was like crack cocaine.
When we say Dunkaroos, we think of the Dunkaroos from like the mid '90s,
Yeah.
which we all
The-
had in our
the
lunch
rainbow-
boxes,
the rainbow
which were
birthday
like
frosting.
shitty cookies and
Yep.
shitty frosting that you scooped up, and it was literally pure sugar, and you
Yeah.
bit it, and you were a sugar elemental for 5
No.
seconds.
it was basically tiny little graham cracker cookies with
We
cupcake
remembered it.
frosting.
I've had Dunkaroos within the last 5 years, for
Yep.
sure. Within
Yes.
the last 5 years,
Yeah.
they're fantastic.
Of course, yeah.
See, I can't
So
do it.
a
There's
lot
something
of
about the-
people-
I
There.
have
Something
one,
about-
and I'm just
so
like, I'm going into
frosting
like
specifically is
sugar
really
shock.
good.
So that's
yeah.
cool. So the vast
Yep.
majority of adults would disagree with you.
Well, all right, here's the thing. Frozen Foxy, Dunkaroos are way less easy to get a hold of at this point.
Our term of Dunkaroos meaning something that used to be awesome when we were kids
Yeah.
through kid goggles, but now that we're adults is significantly less awesome upon
Why don't you do
re-examination.
something like SpaghettiOs.
What
Spaghettios-
SpaghettiOs are still wonderful.
Dude, no,
Because
they're not.
SpaghettiOs were all-
What I would say has gotten a lot worse from what I
Yeah.
remember is like those Mondo sugar drinks.
Yeah. I had those
Squeeze-Its?
one summer when I was a kid,
Squeeze-Its?
and then I had them for one summer,
Kool-Aid
and then
had
I
the same
didn't have
thing,
them again
too.
for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Squeeze-Its
And then
were
while I
the
was
one
here,
I
I got a
had.
pack, and I was like, "There's no flavor. It's literally, it was so sugary that it felt like someone was
Yeah.
stabbing me in the mouth, like with just needles. Like that was the. Have you ever had something that is so sweet
very
that it
loud.
kind of hurts a little bit? I'm trying to project
Yeah.
so Ben can hear me.
I can hear you fine.
Well,
No, but absolutely.
I'm also trying to make sure that they can hear
being
the sultry.
I remember
baritone
them being
in my
awesome,
voice.
and I tried I probably tried
Cookie
10
Crisp.
years ago at this point or something. But still,
Yeah.
like as an adult, and they're just fucking sugar garbage.
Yeah, it's just
Dunkaroos though, great.
it's like someone took
I don't
those.
understand how your taste works.
It's like someone took like a Warheads vat and just scraped out the last little bits of it and like threw a little water in to make it liquid and was like, "There you go,
Ugh.
drink that, you piece of shit."
So I loved Warheads, but I would
Yeah.
spit it out once the sour was gone.
Yeah, 'cause
I
then it's just
hated
a-
the inner candy.
Then it's just a marble.
Right, then it was just any other sugary hard candy. But I actually burned a hole in my tongue, almost Mario Party style, through eating too many Warheads as a kid.
Did Mario Party feature a game where you burn a hole through your tongue?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's called. Never mind. I
What
gotta go.
are Wonder Balls?
I wonder
what's
who
a
I do.
Wonder Ball.
What's in the Wonder Ball?
Yeah, you're.
It was a chocolate. Picture
Why
picture
do you
a
have a
circular
It's literally a sphere, a hollow sphere of chocolate with
Okay.
with crunchy candy and a prize
and a
inside.
dumb toy
Oh.
inside.
Tell me if you can guess why those got recalled and eventually weren't sold anymore.
Because of
AKA
death.
a choking hazard.
Yes.
yes, correct.
What if we put a toy in the food?
a small toy
Of
in a larger food?
Yeah.
tiny toy.
What a
Inside the
terrible
delicious
idea.
Shell.
Yeah, exactly.
They had the
So-
same thing in Germany. It was like Kinder Surprise.
Kinder Surprise.
They
No,
still
I-
have shit like
Yep.
that, though. I think.
Yep, those are illegal.
Because Germans
Like
are
Fred
like,
said,
fuck
they're
you,
actually
if you're
straight up
dumb
illegal.
enough to
Yeah.
die, then fuck you.
It's just an efficient weeding out of stupid children.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Based on D-pad episodes alone, Rick and I have spent more time together than I have with my mom,
Yeah. Thousands
brother,
of hours.
my girlfriends, all of them combined.
Yeah.
Like Rick and I are basically
Although, to be
beyond
fair-
married.
I think I've told this story once on the channel,
Choke
but
'em all.
when I was a kid, there was some birthday party I went to. I think it was for like a cousin or whatever, and we went to a
Do
bowling
you have
alley and we
Kinder
bowled.
eggs, Alpar?
We went to a bowling alley and we bowled. And at one point, I stepped away for one of those little like, you know how they have the little like candy machines, like they got the runts on this one, and they got like the little like
Yeah.
little
I've always
plastic packets
wanted
with
to
toys
try
in
a
there.
Kinder
Like, I
Holes
wish my
of
talk
candy
over
in
Lindsay.
your dirty
I wish my
hands
future
like
life
a
partner
mongrel.
John were here.
Well, so there was one that I was like, ooh,
Always wanted
a
to
bunch
try
of Super
Kinder
Balls. It's a bunch of Super Balls, and
What? Seriously? What the fuck?
She doesn't even realize you're trying to talk. That's the best part.
I am fascinated by this Kinder Egg discussion. Keep going. I'll
No,
keep
go for it.
reading
No,
this.
no, you go.
$2,500 fine if you try to bring Kinder eggs into the U.S.
Is it Aero bars? Those were the German candies that I actually thought were pretty good.
What?
no, we have those.
But I think it's imported.
That's
I
the
don't
one
think
that's like
a US
marshmallow,
Yeah,
caramel,
but it's
chocolate,
not-
peanut butter.
this is-
We have those down the street.
Yeah, a lot of places have them, but
Yeah.
I think it wasn't. Maybe it's been adapted. I think it was originally an imported candy.
Oh, probably yeah.
I think when we were
Americans
kids,
are
they
just
were hard to
too
find, but-
stupid to
Mondo
have Kinder
bars
Eggs.
were imported from Germany.
Not to be confused with Mondo Drink.
Not to be confused with Mondo Drink. Or a different Mondo bar, also imported from Germany, which I think was like a meat-based candy.
Where did I?
They
grow
have those
up?
now. It's
I
called an
wasn't
Epic
allowed
Bar.
to
It's
have
actually
any
pretty
of
good.
this.
It's like beef jerky, but in bar
You're better
form.
off for it though.
Okay, but I don't know what any of these things you're talking about are anymore.
Anyway, so bowling alley. They
Yeah.
have another one of those machines to throw a quarter in.
Oh yeah.
This is the
that's-
story from like 5 hours ago. So I look and I was like, oh snap! It's a bunch of Super Balls. The little like bouncy, like bounce them up and they go fucking everywhere. And I was like, I'm at a bowling alley. It's mostly just us kids, so it's not like it's gonna be annoying people. So I go in, I crank it, I get one. I was like, yeah, and I throw it down and it shatters on the ground because I didn't realize in the 1 second it was in my hand that it was not a Super Ball. It was a gumball.
Yeah.
Oops.
So the bowling alley owner watches me go to a gumball machine, take a gumball and go, yeah, and spike it Gronk style directly into the floor.
Was he like, get the fuck out, you little shit?
In shards. I was like,
Man, that kid hates candy.
I think he understood. I was devastated.
Did you know who he was? Did you apologize?
I didn't know who he was, but I
Was
apologize.
he laughing hysterically?
There was a lot of laughing.
Because you
for
were
that.
young enough that you were like,
I was
any
like-
adult, any adult.
I was like 6 or 7. I was young.
This
Well,
live
I
stream
would
just turned
apologize
into
if I
candy
made a
talk.
mess in a bowling alley. I'd be like, oh man.
But
I'm
to
sorry.
a random
Oh,
stranger
welcome
you
to
did
Candy
not know
Talk.
was the owner
Oh.
of the. Yeah, that's what I.
Oh my god.
You didn't really miss
Sit
anything.
down,
We're just
have a
being
candy,
us.
We'll talk.
If I ever find myself in Germany, I'm gonna go hunt down some Kinder eggs
And then choke.
or Kinder Surprise.
No.
Oh no,
What-
it's Kinder. It's
It's
both of them, right?
Kinder
They're the
egg,
same thing.
What you want in Germany is the...
I always thought Kinder Egg was like the Cadbury eggs, and
They
Kinder
call 'em-
Surprise was like the Wonder Ball.
They call them kebabs. They're like gyros they serve
I've
on
heard
the side of
these.
the
Yeah,
road.
yeah, yeah.
So
Isn't that a Turkish thing?
good. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
Turkish street food. It's like a gyro, but it's the Turkish edition, and it's amazing.
It's like Euro
And
Man.
I went
Thank you,
to
Frozen
Germany
Foxy.
with my friend Max, and we
And Mrs. Frozen Foxy.
we probably had 12 kebabs while we were
Per
there.
hour.
Yeah, seriously, per day.
Would
Like,
that
it
be,
was
if you have 12 of
unreal.
them, is that a dodecabap?
Dodecabap. Yes, it was. Thank you. That was good. That was nice.
Thank
I like that.
I was like, don't mispronounce it. You only get one shot of this joke.
Was it a doder? Oh fuck.
Was it dodecabap?
Was it Dobapakek? Oh fuck! It wasn't a Dobapakek.
Damn it! Damn it!
Look at Goji.
Was it
like
an
You're right,
Ipecac?
it's
queen
not.
of the
PC?
computer?
Electronics.
Do you ever have pork cutlet bowls?
Gyro. Yeah. I
Yes,
know
he pronounced it gyro, not gyro.
Listen, I'm smart enough to know it's hero, right?
No, it's
but I don't go
gyro.
to Dunkin'
Not-
Donuts.
yeah, it's gyro
and
with a
order
Y.
a croissant.
It's not
I
like
order
not
a
like
croissant.
superhero like wah. It's I don't have a cape, so this looks really bad. Gyro. That's
Gyro.
oh boy. Yeah. Pronounce stuff the Greek way. Yes, in Greece they also probably pronounce it gyro.
Yeah, 'cause they're like these idiots, huh? But no. I get it. I totally get it. I'm
side
always
is-
torn about that one.
One
I
side is a toy, one side is toy, one side is candy. Oh god, that's even more complicated. And the Wonder Ball is just it's a ball full of candy and a prize.
See, that's more dangerous though. This way you can be like, aha, this one side is candy.
Sure.
This one side is
If
toy.
you figure out which
Trigger.
side is correct.
Trigger, do you know the actual correct way? Because
Like,
I actually do.
Gyro.
Is it gyro?
Yes.
Because I feel like every white person I know pronounces it a different, incorrect way.
Yes, because we're all white.
That's right.
We are
So
all
you're
white.
saying gyro. Sorry. I'm saying hero. The average person says gyro.
But it's Euro.
I say gyrate.
Maybe it's gyro. Maybe it's hyro.
I don't eat them actually, so I don't get
Yeah,
a
I haven't
shit.
had one in like 1,000 years, but still, in Germany, the kebabs are really good. Not kebabs,
Kebabs.
kebabs.
You can have those in macaroon, but not with a macaroon or a macaron.
You might be able to have them with macaron.
Is macaroon really a place?
You can have a you can have
Makes
a
sense.
No, sorry. Cameroon is a place, not macaroon. Macaroon is food. Macaron is also food. They're two different kinds of foods.
They
you
are
can have a
two
macaron.
different
They're different kinds
with
of
a
desserts, I
with
think.
Macaron.
Because one's a little cookie frosting kind of thing that's like colored
French
and stuff,
president?
Yeah.
and the other one is like a lump of like coconutty kind
Gotta
of.
say, I'm pretty sure this is what a stroke feels like.
You bought John. You
Yes.
bought a bunch of macaroons for people
Yes,
for
I
Christmas
did.
one year or something.
Yeah,
A
Macaron?
macaron.
This past year.
Have you ever seen
Oh,
it?
the same time I show everyone the shirt.
Every time I felt a bend.
I'm not being weird. He's
It was
wearing the shirt. This year for Christmas, I bought everyone a bag of macaroons and a shirt with my face on it, which I think is a great Christmas present for everyone.
I have not seen Boku no Hero Academia, but I've heard good things about it. I'm gonna check it out soon.
Thank you.
I watched some of it. I didn't finish it. It was pretty good.
Nice.
It wasn't my favorite, but it was,
I'm
it was,
watching
it was
One
solid.
Punch Man right now.
I need to watch that as well.
It's fantastic.
It's
Frozen Fox,
hilarious.
Gyro. Great. Great.
You bought a bunch of us macaroons.
Yes, I did.
Macarons. If I don't think it's how
Are
it's
the
pronounced.
little
but-
ones that are like sandwich pastries.
Yeah, they look like little tiny pastel burgers.
Yep.
Yes,
They actually do. You're right. I agree with you. I
they
don't.
both are delicious.
What do they
Yeah.
taste like?
Sugar.
The
Macaroons
sandwich
taste a
pastries.
little more. you know,
Macaroons
but
are coconut based, or not
these ones.
necessarily.
Macaroons are
they're either
usually
almond based or
coconut-based.
coconut based.
Yeah. Macarons, I have no idea what they're.
They're
what
just
they are.
pastry.
I want to try
Yeah.
a macaron.
It's
They're
just
sugar
cookies.
based.
They look nice.
Yeah.
I assume they taste sugary and sweet.
A macaron?
Yeah.
A macaron.
You mean
You
the
want
president?
to taste
Yeah.
the French president?
The
Is that what's gonna
president?
happen? Or prime minister? I forget which. Emmanuel Macron.
Yep.
Yeah, is he a prime minister or is he a president?
I think he is the French president.
I think so too.
I think.
But I never really thought about that until
Yeah.
just now.
Wow. So
It's macaroon in the pen. We're the ones fighting for it.
So, I have been watching a lot of Saturday Night Live lately, which I enjoy. I used to be really into it as a kid, and as an adult now, it's like, oh, kind of cool to watch.
So not Dunkaroos.
It's not Dunkaroos. It's actually
Cats are
better
now
now
playing
than it
on
was
the PC. This could be fun.
when I was a kid.
Go just defending
cats
the
were
PC
fighting each other on the
from
PC.
from Tonka.
Anyway, so Megan went to New York this weekend by herself, and she just went to a random comedy club. Lindsay's really cool, guys. So Megan was in this random comedy club, and Colin Jost and Michael Che just showed up. The two guys from Weekend Update on SNL right now.
Oh, okay. I was like, those are names I recognize.
like,
They aren't.
They're not. Yeah, but the two guys from Weekend Update on the current version of SNL, and they did like a 25-minute set that was just awesome.
Nice.
And like at this random comedy club, so she's just like ecstatic right now.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, I'm super jealous I missed that, but it's cool.
I meant to bring this up way earlier. If you didn't see the thing I put it on Twitter, and then he liked it, which was also kind of a little bit awkward. But I ran into at random Neil Cicierega on my way home from work to here tonight.
I don't know what that is.
That is
The same dude he
the
was
guy
talking
from
about.
Lemon Demon, or the guy who is Lemon Demon. He did Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny in like 2003. He's the one who did Mouth Sounds, Mouth Silence, Mouth Moods. Those 3 albums that
I don't really know any of
Dustin
that,
got
though.
me into, and all of that. Because he's from here. He's from in town. I had a friend mention, is like, oh yeah, I've seen him a couple times. I never said hi, but I'm like coming up the stairs at the T stop, and like I don't
GLT
even know
sounds
how it
awesome.
registered in my head, because I'm just like, I turned and I'm walking, and then I just like stopped right at the doors of the T station. I was like, wait. And I turned around and was like, I'm sorry. Are you, and like didn't even get through I'm sorry, and he was like, yep. And I was like, are you Neil Cicierega? He was like, yeah. And I was like, oh my god, wow.
And then you kissed him?
I wish I did. He's a smart motherfucker. No, but I was just like, dude, oh my god, you're awesome. I shook his hand, and I was like, the mouth albums are awesome. I can't wait, for your next thing. And then it was awkward, and I left, because I was like, I don't know where this is gonna go. He was
Sounds
clearly
about
waiting
right.
for someone. So I'm just like, cool, awesome. It was really good meeting you. Cool, bye. And like,
One of the best decisions I ever made
Yeah.
is I was maybe 20 feet away from Maynard James Keenan, who is maybe my hero. He's the lead singer of Tool and A Perfect Circle and all those other bands. 20 feet away from him at a cafe, right? Like, it wasn't at a concert or something. He was at a cafe. I saw him. I gave him a look. He noticed me. And I just kind of went about my business, and he just kind of nodded.
I was gonna say, you gotta do the nod. The nod is good.
And like, it was like he knew I recognized him,
Yeah.
and noticed that I didn't go over there, and he was like, "Thank you." That's how it was.
That was admittedly part of why I made my thing real short.
No,
It was like,
I'm not
just gonna-
criticizing. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
those situations are always super awkward.
I'm gonna embarrass myself real quick, because I did do one. He was clearly not paying attention to anything that was going on. He was like doing something with his phone, and I wasn't sure at first if I was going to go over and say hi or whatever. So like, it's basically him up against the wall, me maybe 30 feet away, and nobody else on the platform thing. So I was like, pulled out my phone and did a quick one of those like lean to the side kind of like, I'm on the right side of the screen. I was like, just because like, I don't know if I'm going to go up and say hi. I don't even know if it's actually him. But at the very least, if I can't work up the balls to actually like speak words to him, and then at least I can be like, well, I saw him once. But yeah, so there's 2 pictures on my phone of me just like panic face with a blurry Neil Cicierega in the background.
That's way creepier.
Well, I didn't know what I was going to do, but I said
That's
I was going to
weird.
embarrass myself
No,
with that.
I've done shit like that.
I'm gonna go make myself some waffles.
Do it. Let me know how they are.
Yeah.
They're going to be great.
Should we wrap this up? I feel like we didn't actually talk about the D-pad stuff at
We can
all,
talk.
but-
Go make your waffles. We'll
I'm
talk
gonna
a
make
little
my
bit.
waffles.
Okay, yeah.
So
So lean in, since we're.
these guys are talking about food, which is starting to make me feel.
I'm a
That
little
sounds
hungry.
amazing,
I might
yeah.
munch on some.
I just had
berries
avocado
and-
toast.
Oh, that's
which
right.
is
yeah.
sadly my go-to, being a white woman.
Oh, man.
So D-pad. What's
Sure.
going on?
So Mega Man X Command Mission.
It's going well.
we
It's
made-
long.
Next week, I think, is where we're up to right now, like early next week, and we did make some considerable changes to our equipment, so things will hopefully be a lot less shitty. We actually like zeroed out our Zenny to buy a fuckload of weapons.
Yeah, it's
so,
actually awesome. We got a lot of cool stuff.
so that'll be good. Most of our dudes are now 2, 3, or 4 times more powerful than they were right now in where the videos are. So that's good. Breath of the Wild, we're coming up on our 100th
chapter is
episode
right.
of it, and there might be a little something neat coming with that, but we're going to stay mum on that. Pokemon. Yeah, the pace is picking up.
Oh, man, we've been having a lot of fun with it lately. We've been trying to get a little bit ahead.
We legitimately have 3 weeks of episodes. 3 weeks from today, I think, is how far out we're recorded to.
Yeah.
So it's been getting good. I'm really excited about where the story's going, so that's going to be fun.
I'm dying to get a legendary. Still
Crackle-
haven't yet.
Considerable change to equipment equals crackle in the box. Is the audio all fucked up again? I will
Try one more
talk while I
time.
fix it this one last
There
time.
is an
probably.
alert on the screen if you think that's correlated.
It's not. That's been up for a while, and that was.
There's
There we
no
go.
audio for a minute, but now it's back. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a Wayne Croat, a raincoat.
Wayne Croat is his secret
Wayne Croat
alias.
Tell no one.
Yeah.
It's because it was like 59 in Boston today and pouring all day.
Switching over to this
and I was
one so
just
I can fix my
cold,
face.
so I kept my raincoat on
Never
all
mind.
day.
Oh.
Why is Wendy raffing?
The world may never know.
Stroke victim Wendy.
Ben just came to give me a hug.
Gross.
Ben can't give you a hug. I'm not.
And he was like, give me a hug, everything like that. And he suddenly just goes, oh God, and walks away from me. I'm like, what? He goes, you still smell so bad.
Yeah, it's terrible. We weren't kidding you. I'm really glad that he smelled it too, because I feel like this is the kind of thing that would happen to me, and normally everyone would be like, "Fuck you, John, you're crazy." But I'm glad Ben
I smelled it. It just
too.
didn't
It's
bother
awful,
me that
right?
much.
Ben's over nodding in the back, going, "Yeah, it's bad." Run, Ben.
Nice.
Anyway,
So Pokemon's going well.
Pokemon's great.
Mega Man's going okay. We're starting to get a little more comfortable in the zone with that.
It's a long game. It's a slow game.
Yeah, we
but
just
it's
happen
a
to
good
get
game.
we just happen to be in a spot where all of our longest stuff is happening at the same time, so everything kind of drags a little. But I think we're starting to come out of it now.
It's also just a format we're totally not used to for
Yeah.
Mega Man. It's
Yeah.
a 90s JRPG for Mega Man.
Yeah. What am I missing?
Yeah, I
Zelda,
like the
Mega
two-op
Man,
art, thanks.
Pokemon, Sonic.
There
Weekend
is
stuff.
some more of that coming back, Alex.
Yes, actually, Wonder Girl is coming back this weekend. We just
Already been
recorded the
recorded.
rest of the game. I think there's like 6 more episodes.
This
something
isn't
like
even
that.
one of those things where we're like, yeah, we're totally going to do that. We
No,
need
we've-
to.
we've
It's
already done it.
actually
We
in
did
the
it.
can. It's already good.
So that is happening. Battle Network.
I don't know if it's going to end before 2017
It
ends,
will
the
end before
champs are-
2017 ends.
I don't know.
It will definitely end before then, because there's something like, I don't remember where we are with the catch up, but there's something like 40 or 50 more spots for video. It's more like 40, I think. Weekend
You're
Mega
on
Man
your
videos
third
that are left in the air.
playthrough of Battle Network, right?
Yep. Yep.
Of Battle Network 4.
Yes.
How many more will you need?
0.
This is the last
The third,
one.
and then the post game, which I needed to do those 3 to get to in the first place.
So beating the game once and playing through the game 2 other times doesn't count as post game. But then once you do that, then you get the post game.
So what happens is you beat the game, and you can go back in and do some of the post game. Very little. Very early on, they gate the post game, and it's like you must have 6 double souls, and
And
the
they
only
make
way
it
to get
impossible
that,
is to
is to
go
go through 3 times.
That should fucking be illegal.
Yeah, we should kill all of them.
Seriously, like Capcom, come on, that's just total bullshit.
Uh,
It's not adding replay value if you just make me do the same thing. 3
there
times.
well, it's not the same thing. There are different scenarios. Some of them repeat, but not all of them. I'd say like half.
Is it
repeat.
more different than Pokemon Red is than Pokemon Blue?
I have literally no idea what that means.
So Pokemon Red and Blue, pretty much the same thing.
Oh, no, it's straight up different scenarios. Like, you play through 3
There's-
scenarios per tournament, and there's 3 tournaments. So you do 9 scenarios on playthrough 1. On playthrough 2, I probably repeated 3, maybe 4 of those scenarios and got 5 or 6 new ones.
Oh, so
On
there's
this one-
actually different
On this
new
one,
stuff.
yeah, on
Okay.
this one, I'll probably repeat 6 of them and get 3 new ones to close it out.
Okay.
So there are different stories. I don't know how many there are in total. There might be 18 in total to do, but
That still seems shitty. They should have just made one game that brings
yeah,
you through all
they
the
should have
scenarios.
realized after Battle Network 3 and after Season 2 of the anime and after Battle Chip Challenge that we were fucking sick of tournament-based gameplay and that it was really annoying and didn't contribute at all to the gameplay or the story.
But I'm
Which
sure they'll
they-
figure that out by Battle Network 4, right, Rick?
This is 4.
By 5, I mean. Sorry.
By 5 they do. There's no more tournaments.
Good.
After this.
Good.
5 is an entirely different... They toss out the tournaments entirely for a very different new mechanic, which I actually like a lot. It kind of adds a neat twist to it.
I'm
but I don't
actually
want to spoil it.
weirdly excited to see Battle Network 5 because you're telling me it's like when they're like, okay, fine, we need to like change this up right now.
Yeah. And 6 brings it back to the same formula as 1 and 2 and 3, I guess,
Which
and
could be
closes
cool.
out the whole story.
It could be cool to see that through
Yeah.
the lens of doing it 6 games later.
Yeah.
You know.
But so that's happening there. Wonder Girl's coming back. I think we're going to do some more ARMS at some point. The tournaments are no longer the focus of the story. They became increasingly focused between 3 and Battleship Challenge and 4, but it's not like the whole thing is that anymore. I'm not even counting that. That's like
You're not accounting 4.5.
yeah. But so anyway, Wonder Girl is coming back this weekend. ARMS, we will probably do the one-player mode at some point soon.
Yeah.
We're going to try to take a look at Splatoon 2 at some point soon.
There's a lot of good shit on the
They
Switch.
are.
It's hard
if anything,
to...
it's so hard to do. I thought we were going to do just two videos a week because we were going to be like, oh, they'll have 1 or 2 good games for a couple months and we'll stretch it out.
We haven't even done fucking Snake Pass yet.
Yeah, I've had Snake Pass downloaded on the Switch for months now.
Yeah.
And we have yet to be able to touch it because we've got other bigger profile stuff on there.
I've still been having fun with Mario Kart. I like whenever I sit down to play the Switch, I
Star
actually just play
Ocean.
that.
I've been intrigued by Star Ocean. I think I own it, and I just have never gotten around to playing it.
Is that on the
I'd be
Switch?
open to it. No, I think that's Xbox.
That's like old.
It's an older one, I think. I might be wrong. I remember that being an Xbox title, but I think maybe I'm thinking of a different Star Ocean.
Why
game,
do you
but-
ask, Foxy? Like, is there something that brings that up now to make it relevant, or is that just one of your all-time favorites that we haven't talked about?
Yeah.
Because I've always been intrigued by that, but it was years ago, so it's interesting to hear you bring that up.
Oh, Resident Evil 7. Since that one's an unusual one that comes and goes, we do have about a week or so's worth of those videos in the can. So there'll be a lot more of that. I think we finished the bedroom DLC in tonight's episode,
Is
and
there
we
more
have
DLC too?
Yes. There are, I think, 6. There are currently 6 different DLC things, and we've done 2 of them. We're on the 3rd one right now, which is 21. It's Blackjack, sort of.
Sounds like a fun time.
And then we're going to do Nightmare, I think, is the last one in that set, and then there's 2 more that are in like a different chunk of the menus. But never give Jeanette any
So
more
Foxy
views.
was
and subs.
talking about
Yeah.
Star Ocean because of tournaments, which is fair. We should probably do more new games as they come out. Like, we should have done Splatoon 2 yesterday, but we didn't. Zelda... Yeah, pretty much.
And
Chapter always wants to end one of our games.
No, it's been Battle Network the whole time since 2015.
No, I think when we...
Oh, it was End Zelda 2014 for a little while.
Yep, and we killed Kirby in favor of Sonic, and he was not in favor of that.
No,
So
we killed Kirby in favor of Zelda.
Well, we killed Kirby, and he thought we should have killed Sonic
Yeah.
in favor of...
Although Kirby was sort of a superfluous kind of off-the-cuff, sudden, like, let's just kind of do it.
But I do miss it. Oh, whoops. I do want it back, though, because it was, like, the best.
I do want it
was
back.
fun.
I'm excited for when we come back with that.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
Sonic Mania is going to be sweet, though. I'm
Sonic Mania is
super
gonna be
waiting for
great.
that.
I'm
Sonic
very good
Forces
for that.
does not look so great or sound so great.
I don't know. It feels like it almost feels like an edgier Sonic Generations.
Yes, that's exactly what it feels like it's trying to be. And early reports are saying that it's not super great.
Man, I don't know. I'm sure we'll bring Cool John the Rock Kidna to life, and
Oh, we will.
I think that's got to be our main character for that.
Oh, yeah. If they let you do that. Hey, are
I
you
mean,
going
that
to
seems to
eat
be a
that
thing.
waffle? Are you going to eat it?
Anyway, I think that's about all we really have on there right now. There's
Yeah.
some new stuff coming. I don't
We
want
have
to
a
spoil
lot
all
of
of it.
ideas, a lot of video ideas,
I
a
had
lot
a
of
teaser
games
for
we wanna
something that I
play.
was going to put up yesterday, and I didn't get around to actually like teasing it. So I'll tease it tomorrow. But
Okay.
a lot of good stuff between July and August. I've got a lot of little. sudden things.
Considering how fucking busy we've all been, and in different towns we've all been, and on vacation we've all been, all this shit, we've still been keeping it going pretty well, I think. I think we're doing a good job.
I think July could have been June into July could have been a devastating like black hole of like, well, the channel's going to do nothing for 3 weeks,
Yeah.
and
And it
just
wasn't. We
yeah.
worked hard, and you did a shit ton of work, and we made sure we were all here, and it worked.
We're getting our footing back, but I think we mostly got our shit together again.
We've
so.
been way further behind than that.
Yeah.
Rick
in the
doing a
last
shit ton
year.
of work is the motto of the D-pad.
It's definitely true. Yeah, Rick is a fucking grinding elemental. It's amazing. I want to kiss him.
Yikes! This is the weirdest club experience I've ever had.
I kissed him. It was weird.
I was gonna say something and I forgot. Shit.
There's just two blonde people next to me eating waffles really hard. I kind of wish I was the third blonde person eating waffles really hard.
I hope that's not super audible in the mic. If you're ever wondering
Not
what the random
either one of
crunching
them.
that I don't always catch
It's Lindsay.
on mic, it's this. Quest 64, Jesus Christ.
Since you look like a guy who likes to
I have
binge
never
YouTube
seen-
channels, Rick.
No, it's totally true. I've never seen Oversight Casting Productions. I watch a lot of Red Letter Media. I watch a lot of Your Movie Sucks. I Hate Everything, Ralph the Movie Maker. I guess those are kind of my big things right now. I used to watch a lot of Game Grumps, but I haven't lately.
Yeah.
Um,
I've been
trying to think if there's any
binging.
other-
I've been binging like educational music YouTube channels lately.
I've been watching more Folding Ideas, actually.
That's really good. I subscribe
He's
to
really
that
good.
too. Yeah,
He's really good.
Smart.
I watched a little Dan Bell for a while. He does these like he walks through not haunted. He walks through abandoned like malls and homes and motels and stuff,
That's weird.
just to look at just like stuff that's been left behind but not demolished.
That sounds
Interesting.
cool.
It's pretty interesting. The only good thing that Quest 64 did is I feel like it vaguely paved the way for Disgaea.
I don't know how, but I just heard. No, I mean, hold on. Did I ever tell you my Disgaea story?
I don't think so.
I had Disgaea.
Damn,
and-
sweet story.
And I put. I'm trying to remember. It was something obnoxious. It was like
You can literally put
it was
thousands
literally.
of hours.
I literally had 400 hours into
Yeah.
that game, and my fucking save file corrupted.
Dude,
I was done.
I
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
no
never
shit.
playing these games ever again.
For
I
sure,
do have a
that's awful.
similar level story. It
Fucking
could either be
devastating.
worse or better depending on how you
I
look
was
at
gonna
it.
get it when it comes to Switch. Was that?
It's
I
a
think
fun
I think
game.
it has.
It is very
fun
fun,
game.
but you have to be prepared to literally devote forever to grinding in that. You can
Done.
grind items.
Yeah. So you
Every
the character gets to
item.
level 9,999, and the items that you wield you can grind up to
Yep.
level 9,009. Or I think it's the same level.
Yes,
And
yeah,
like,
it is.
Yeah.
So I
They're prinnies, not penguins.
Is there a
the
Disgaea?
prinnies, yes.
Do they make like a Disgaea Light for people who
No.
like only have maybe
Yeah, they're called
100 hours?
RPGs.
Yeah, regular
put-
RPGs.
They're called Final Fantasy.
Jesus.
So the and they're not even penguins. They're like weird stitched together penguin
They're
elemental
prinnies.
looking things.
Prinnies.
They're prinnies. Yeah, they're penguin demons. I think is kind of what they are. But so I was playing Killer 7 on the GameCube. This was maybe I don't know 5-6 years ago. And I noticed that every time I went to save, it like kept like being weird. Like something was off about it. My save didn't always take, and every now and then it would try to load the card and like nothing would show up, and then I would try it again and it would show up. And one day, I go to save, and it goes, and it's like, all right, here's the thing, and it's got all these blocks are taken up, and it's like save data. It's like yes, save data. It's like cool, save complete. And then I notice on the save complete, like. I went to go save it again because I noticed that the first one didn't always take, so I saved it a second time. I went to save it a second time, and it didn't have all the same blocks in the same spots. And I was like, that's weird. So I save, and I turn off the game, and I go into the GameCube menu, and my 1,000 block memory card that I'd been using since 2002 for literally everything I'd ever saved on that GameCube was 100% deleted. There were probably 1,000 hours of Smash Melee on there. There was
I wonder what did
Paper
that.
Mario: The Thousand Year Door. There was
How does
so
the whole
much
thing just
shit.
get wiped out?
I think it probably was some vulnerability in the code that let it overwrite in a weird way, and it just like bugged out, integer overflow, something like. And I lost literally a decade of GameCube.
Yeah.
everything. And
It's
I've
weird,
barely
like-
touched my GameCube since because I can't. It's like, well, what's the point? I got to start over any game I own.
Because I mean, I had my PlayStation memory card with
Wind
Final
Waker,
Fantasy 7,
gone
my
too.
Final Fantasy 8, like my files were at like basically 100% of those games and everything, and like, but it's weird.
Sonic
because,
Adventure
like,
2. I had a very far in.
if
piece
I
of data for
lost all
that.
those files, it's like, well, I wasn't gonna go back and play those games pretty much because
Yeah.
I had them all done, but I still wanted them. I
Yeah,
wanted
it's
to
a
have
trophy.
This, like, thing
I still
that
have
was, like,
my-
I did all this.
I still
shit.
have my copy of
I don't
Pokemon
even
Blue
cares, but, you know.
for the original Game Boy kicking around, and it still has my original save data. I know one of these days the internal battery is going to run out, but it still has that, and I haven't actually done anything with it in almost 20 years now. But I've got 151 in there, and I never, ever, ever, ever want to lose that.
Yeah.
And I know that one day it'll happen, and I'll be devastated.
But you can still, at least you can still kind of keep the cartridge. Like,
Yeah.
even if the battery dies.
Even
you
that,
can
yeah,
still
I
kinda
know,
keep
and
it.
I'm like, I had them all at least once.
See, my original Pokemon file got written over by my cousin or something like that, and they
God.
started a new file.
What a
And it's,
dick.
you know, classic story. It happens. You know, everyone's heard that story because there's only
One. Yeah.
one save.
Dearest Frozen Foxy,
Yeah.
no, it would not cause me PTSD because Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem is one of my absolute favorite video games, and I want to make that one of our Halloween specials at some point.
I just want to point out that I recently booted up my
love it.
old GameCube memory card to play Phantasy Star Online for
Oh, yeah.
reasons, and my level 168 character was just fine.
Nice.
So, everything's good.
Fuck you.
I know somewhere I've got my Mario RPG cart with my level 30 party kicking around. No super cape, but, you know,
Weak.
or was it jump scarf and jump cape or
What
something
about the
like that?
lazy shells?
My
Lazy shells, yeah, that's like,
Those are awesome.
I love the lazy shells because, like, you basically don't find them unless you know they're there, and if you find them, it's like, I don't care about actually earning this victory. Fuck it, like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna max my stats and fuck everyone to death.
Yep.
There's a good chance
my
I will need more
Warcraft
music
account,
stuff.
My original shaman that I played is still
Thank you, Alex Britt.
right there at level 60 with the best gear for that level. It just sucks now.
Bummer.
Because expansion.
'Cause they've expanded it so hard.
Well, it's just
Ugh.
the original in like vanilla World of Warcraft. I played a fucking lot of that game.
Oh man, I
A
never
lot.
got into WoW. I tried
It
very
was-
briefly and didn't work. I tried EverQuest,
So it was that.
and I was kind of vaguely turned off to.
It was
to
at
those
this
games.
point where like I wasn't happy like with myself, but like
Yeah.
I was good at that game, and like you have this community.
Do you mean
there.
you, Ben Mooney, or
Yeah.
you, your... Oh.
Yeah,
oh.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So,
fair enough.
but like
We've all
I,
been there.
I
Champster-
still am friends with a lot of people that I played like 10 years ago
Yeah.
with that game.
That's
so.
awesome.
The Champster, pick like some of your favorite Sun and Moon themes, and do some kind of remix for that, and we'll use it for the outro at least if we do Ultra Sun and Ultra
The
Moon.
Champster, do a Sonic Mania intro for one of the levels they've said will already be there, like maybe Green Hill or Flying Battery or whatever. Do a remix of that, and we'll use that for Sonic Mania.
The Champster, give me as
No
much
promises.
music-
I don't know.
Give
Oh,
me
is
as
that
much of
too-
your
too
music
difficult
as you
for you?
can.
It's not that it's too difficult.
Oh,
it's
it would
mostly
break
kind
the
of-
format.
We do it. Yeah, we do have a
Yeah,
format on that
okay.
one.
Never
but-
mind. Sorry.
I don't know. We could use it for something. We can we can find something for it. I don't know. Wait, did they do EverQuest 2? I didn't realize there was a second one.
They did.
I used to. I worked
EverQuest
for.
2 was like the EverQuest. That was like
really?
the one that
Damn.
was.
I had like the 1997
EverQuest.
version that came packaged with computers and shit.
Yeah, Phantasy Star Online was probably the game in which I have sunk the most time.
Yeah.
I love it. Or I loved it. I've recently tried to replay it, and it's got some edges now, but it's still good.
I was gonna say something and I forgot. Shit.
Okay, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should probably wrap up.
It's been 2
11:20.
hours, so I think.
Oh,
wow.
only 4,000?
Damn.
That's
Dude,
actually
that's-
a lot.
My original, like just
Yeah.
in the first, not even the expansion of World of Warcraft, my character is
Yeah.
like over 300 something days of.
Good Lord!
Yeah.
So you're the one they have like those stories on the news about.
Yeah.
Like, I lost my
And
son
now
to
Tiny,
he
World of
tiny
actually
Warcraft.
Korean
is
man
a real
has
person.
died after playing
Almost.
79 consecutive
Getting
hours
there.
without sleep.
Almost.
Oh, I love you
Okay,
guys so much.
Good night, everyone. I'm
The-
going to bed. I'm sure this won't be too much longer, but
Bye,
Yeah, it's like
Linda,
another 5
Wendy.
minutes probably.
So-
Bye,
the-
Benny.
I
My-
love you.
Done.
You know who I'm talking about.
The only
Duh.
MMO that I ever really loved, I got into it too
glad you
late,
like it, Trigger.
and I didn't have enough money of my own to afford continuously playing it. But City of Heroes, I really liked the idea of that. I loved the way that they executed it. But then they had this one dungeon fairly early on where there was invisible ice everywhere. And it wasn't just on the floor, it was like little hills and stuff, so the boss just fucking murdered me and I stopped playing because I was like, I can't progress in this game
Yeah, that
anymore.
sounds super frustrating. I probably wouldn't
The
like
rest
that
of it was
very
cool
much.
though. You could there were like 5 different types of characters you could have. I had a character band because I dressed him up as and named him Mega Man. He had a helmet. He had a
sucks.
hand cannon. I dressed him entirely in blue.
That might be the most Rick story that has ever been.
And they banned it because they were like, "Oh shit,
Maximum
copyrights!" It's like, then don't make it that easy to do.
Yeah, that's
Like,
annoying.
sorry, dudes, this is your own fucking fault if you didn't consider. It's like, all right, we'll make a shooty type hero. No one's gonna make any recognizable shooty
Also,
type
like,
heroes.
does that really violate copyright? I'm not even sure it does.
It doesn't.
Anyway, on that note, we should probably let y'all go.
Yep.
I would like to pee in the bathroom. Nothing weird. So if that's an option, I would like to do that. But
guess so.
you guys have been fantastic. We really appreciate it. This this has been cool. It was kind of you guys were right. It's like a more laid back stream. We just kind of kept it more conversational.
One of these days, so we do this with a webcam. I've been trying to save up, and not very good at it lately. But I think later this year I want to get us at least one step up camera than what we've got, because that one, the further Canon EOS models are capable of doing stuff that's suited for like streaming and things
Yes,
like that.
yeah.
This one isn't super suited for it.
We
which is
have
why
one
the
that's like
video
actually
quality is a little bit weird and
8 years old, maybe more.
yeah.
It was like it was an old model when I got
The
it.
T2i,
so,
Rebel
yeah.
Rebel EOS T2i.
Yeah.
T3i, T2i,
T2i.
T2i.
Rebel T2i.
So it was 2 steps away from having the flip out
Yeah. So
preview
it
thing.
might be 10 years old at this point. Like I don't remember when I
You've
got
had that for as long as I've known you, I think.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
There we
yeah.
go.
So at some point that's gonna get swapped out, or at the very least we'll get another one because I've always wanted to do something where we've got multi-camera.
yeah, it
setup.
still shoots good video.
Yeah.
So
The
we
problem
can
is
use
that
it
it
as
can't-
like a camera B.
Is that it's got a file max. The T3i and on don't have a file maximum anymore.
Oh, that's
so with
great.
that, when we're
Oh,
doing
man.
1080p recording,
beautiful.
we can only do about 11 minutes at a time before it maxes out the file and it auto disconnects.
Anyway, smooches. The chatter was fun. We love you guys. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Ciao, mofos. The stream has been wonderful. Frozen Foxy, it's always good to see you. Reach out to us for that thing you mentioned before. And we love you all. Thank you.
All right, later.
Have a good night.
Now
It's
there's
not
a
going to
delay.
end until you quit.
No, I know, but it ends the moment that I do it.
Oh.